Wow.
And there will be gorilla shit all over the army.
All the way Virginia, bitch.
Nobody's saying you can't own a gun. Nobody's even saying you can't carry a gun. All we're saying is you can't carry a gun in town.
Well, I can't understand none of it. This one begat that one, and that one begat this one, and begat, and lo and behold, someone says some shit to someone or another. Just how retarded are you?
Rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Why, oh why do I feel so good about tonight? Welcome to the show, everybody. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm a day late on my Austin 316 shirt, but I had to wear it once. It was between this and something green, but I'm not Irish, so forget it. Welcome to the program. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm really excited about all the stuff we have tonight. Of course, if you don't understand the brand split with Steel Toe, this is the B show. This is the show where we don't do 700 at a time. We do 300 if we're lucky. And we mop up some of the stuff that was left over from the morning show and the stuff that happened this morning and this afternoon, but more the lighthearted stuff. We keep it pretty light on the evening show. Get a little more involved in the chat. I got in trouble this morning with the audience. If you didn't hear, we took a big L. We've taken 2 L's now, at least live in the mornings. We did make up yesterday's, but today's I don't think we're going to. I think I think the perfection streak will end this week. 5 weeks or so. It's nothing to sneeze at. So I think we'll probably fail at that. But we've taken 2 L's in the mornings, back to back. That sucks. But the evening show, picking up big time yesterday, going over and all that. So thank you guys very, very much. But I think I deserved it today. And I'll tell you why. You know me, I'm a competitive guy. It's not even like missing. I think people who don't like Steel Toe kind of have it twisted. They think it's about the money. It could be measured in 100 thumbs ups and I'd be devastated if we lost. It's just, I played sports my whole life. I still play sports now. I'm just an oddly competitive guy. I can't help it. It comes out on the show. I like it. I enjoy it. Some people also enjoy it. Some people just get really like triggered by it. I don't understand. I'm the one making myself nuts. But I just losing in general. It does, like, it could be $5 and I'd be like, that's not going to hurt anything. I'd be pissed. Just because, again, hate losing. But tonight I got to strap in because it could be another marathon show tonight. We are 7 memberships away from 500. That is not a difficult number to get to. So I figure I should probably pace myself. We might have a 3-hour program tonight. I'm excited about it. We have plenty to talk about. We got a lot going on. We need Ben Stiller to stop. If you saw the title of today's episode coming in, it's right there on the intro screen. Ben Stiller has to stop. I'm being nicer with my titles because we got kicked off of Facebook on Monday morning because of our titles. So the original title was going to be Someone Has to Stop Ben Stiller. And I'm like, oh God, that could be interpreted as a threat. We'll get killed in the algorithm. Nobody will watch, even more so than normal. I can't do that. So Ben Stiller has to stop is a bet. These are the things you got to think about, unfortunately. If you don't know, Ben Stiller's got this new soda he's promoting. And he's doing the cheesiest, gayest, and I don't know what it is about Jewish guys when they get older, but they just start to look like they develop the stature and the musculature and the posture of like an old yenta, an old lady. And so now Ben Stiller, they've caught him like at grocery stores, just sitting there by himself next to a big stack of his sodas, which he calls Stiller, which is a horrible name for a soda. It's not catchy. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Stiller. Stiller? That sounds flat to me. When I think of Stiller soda, I think of a flat soda. But he's promoting it, and the grocery store thing was embarrassing. Now he's doing some promo, where, and we'll play it a little bit later, where he like goes into his fridge all wacky, like he's Zoolander, to grab a soda. It's like, I watch what Ben Stiller's been doing with the soda stuff lately, and I go, I can't believe that this is the guy that wrote and directed perhaps maybe the greatest comedy of all time. Like, Tropic Thunder's up there. It's like Ghostbusters, Tropic Thunder. Two of the, I mean, to me, those are my 2 favorite comedies of all time. I'm hard pressed to find, I mean, there's others that I absolutely love, don't get me wrong, but like, in terms of quality, and in terms of being a good movie, Ghostbusters and Tropic Thunder. And like, to know that Ben Stiller was responsible for one of those, but he's also responsible for Stiller soda promos. It's going to take me a couple days to fine tune that in my brain. We've also got more evidence that I think I just straight up like this Clavicular clown. I love him. He's just out there being a goof. He was rapping at the mall today next to Blueface, who's a rapper. And he's just dropping N-bombs. Like Clavicular on stream, rapping, dropping N-bombs. He ended up pissing off Blueface. We've got that for tonight. I'm excited about that. St. Cloud, the library here in town, apparently embarrassed all of Minnesota. We became statewide news for a display. Somebody snuck in a fuck ice. So they're like at the front of the library in St. Cloud. There's a display for like kids' art. They can put paintings up there. One of them was a painting of an octopus, and it was in Spanish. And unfortunately, I don't think either the library didn't know or they were happy about it until somebody called them out. But it became statewide news today that somebody put in Spanish a octopus holding a sign that says "fuck ice." So people got mad. So you got somebody wrote "fuck ice." The library put it out there. Somebody who likes ice got really... Zach X probably went in there, not to read a book. I mean, obviously, probably to take a shit or something. And Zach X probably saw it and he went, that is not okay. I love Donald Trump. He's the best. And he got it taken down. Also, I heard a rumor online, speaking of Zach X, that somebody filed a protection order against him. That was the rumor. That's not confirmed. I don't know if he's been... They claim that it's been signed by a judge they have such a good inside source on this that he hasn't even been served with it yet. So I don't know if this is true. People say a lot of shit on social media. Most of it ends up being wrong. We'll see. But like I said, we have an awesome show tonight. I'm very excited for it. Gift some memberships. Throw in a couple of bucks. We appreciate you being here. Von Kaiser, starting off today with $5, says, fuck the Irish. Today is Jimmy Shaker Day. That's right. March 17th in Steel Toe lore will now forever be known as Jimmy Shaker Day. It's Gary Sinise's birthday. Gary Sinise played Lieutenant Jimmy Shaker in the movie Ransom. One of my favorites. Happy Jimmy Shaker Day. Of course, that is a play on the line. Every time the kid goes out to buy some baseball cards, you're going to have to ask yourself, is today Jimmy Shaker Day? Well, guess what, kids? Today is Jimmy Shaker Day. All right, let's get into it. IC Uno says, did you get the 100 from this morning? No, we took the L, and I think it's probably just going to, I don't think we're going to make it up. Here's what I think. If you're a streamer, and I've been through down economic times in my time as off radio and just doing internet shit, and we survived that, and they get tough, but when the times are good, you keep a war chest. I mean, this company, we've been I just did taxes yesterday. We've been profitable for a couple of years in a row. So, like, we're going to survive a down time, but it's never fun missing goals. It's never going to not be, I'm never going to be like, what do you do? I think the minute I do that, I ought to quit. The minute I start poo-pooing missing goals, that means you're done. That means you're out of it. So, we missed that 100. We'll live. I just hate losing. That's all. I love perfect weeks. You literally can't have perfect weeks every single week. You have to stay humble. And also, things are getting really tough for people out there. And by God, the first thing that should suffer is donations to streamers. If that's not the first thing people cut out of their budget when times get tough, you need a new financial advisor. So I anticipate that we're going to have some lean times here over the next few months, maybe even through the summer into the fall. It's just, it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the economy. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be competitive as all hell. That doesn't mean I'm not going to put on great shows. I always will. That doesn't mean I'm not going to tell you to Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, and gift those memberships, especially YouTube. Our memberships on YouTube, and it happens every time this time of month, but down. Our clips were on fire again for a week or two here this last couple of weeks. Back in the shitter. Back in the shitter so far this week. You know what people don't give a fuck about? And I'm so glad I put a clip of it up to find out people don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about what Mark Levin says. Even like people don't even care to watch anyone make fun of Mark Levin. They just don't give a shit, which is great to know because I would love to not play Mark Levin shit ever again on the show. And it looks like I can. Huh? I like that. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, and let's make sure that we have a great show tonight. And, hey, look, let's make sure we can notch a W, gift those memberships, and let's go. All right, the first thing we have, actually, this was sent in by Sane Caesar. And he only sent the link once, which is amazing. The kid's learning. So Sane Caesar sent this in, and he thinks this could be the beginning of a pandemic. He thinks we should all be keeping an eye on this because this could be heading stateside. Apparently, there's a meningitis outbreak in the UK, and people are dropping dead, and people are, like a dozen people have died or been hospitalized this week with meningitis. Now, I'm going to say something embarrassing. I've heard about it my whole life. It was referenced in season 1 of The Walking Dead when Dr. Jenner told Rick that this zombie virus attacks the brain like meningitis. I have no idea what meningitis is. When I was younger, I thought it was a vagina thing. It sounds like a vagina disease. But meningitis is an often viral or bacterial infection of the protective membranes covering the brain and spinal cord. Shit, I hate reading about like viruses and bacteria that are in certain places because then I like feel that spot on my body. Is anyone else like this? Where you then feel that spot on your body, you're like, oh shit, I have it. And it's not quite full-blown hypochondria, but it's just a paranoia once you read something. Like, oh, fuck. Oh, I can feel the meningitis bugs in my neck. Oh, it's in my brain. I'm dead. And the only way, of course, to cure meningitis is to chop your dick and balls off. You didn't know that. And when the lawyer asks, you didn't hear it from me. Now, it causes inflammation. Inflammation is bad. Key symptoms include sudden fever. It's okay. I have flop sweat every day now lately since we stopped hitting goals. Severe headache, stiff neck, vomiting, and sensitivity to light. It's highly contagious, spreading via coughing, sneezing, or close contact. Treatment requires urgent care, often involving antibiotics. So wait, they just give you a shitload of antibiotics and you beat this thing? Then who's dropping dead from it? If you treat it with antibiotics, how are people dying? Oh, immigrants? Is it killing the muzzies there in the UK? Uh-oh, my audience is going to start rooting for them. How lethal is it? How lethal is meningitis? Highly fatal and a medical emergency with a 5 to 10% mortality rate in treated cases. Holy balls. It kills about 1 in 15, 1 in 10 people it infects. I didn't know it was that much of a no joke kind of a situation. But apparently in the UK, they're dropping dead from meningitis. Bapa Shab says your head is very swollen. Maybe you should get checked out. Mommy says that's what makes me special. Thank you very much. All right, let's check this out. This is what's going on in the UK right now. This is courtesy of Sane Caesar.
Party may have been the source of the outbreak, and also that this is potentially a contagious disease.
Yes, morning to you both. They are working on the basis that it was some kind of a social gathering, a party in the Canterbury area of Kent. 2 people dead, as you say, 11 others in hospital at the moment, we understand, in a very serious condition. And the UK Health Security Agency now in the process of contacting more than 30,000 people linked in one way or another to this university. The university has given us a statement this morning. It said that we are deeply saddened to confirm that 1 student from the University of Kent has died following a case of invasive meningitis.
It's a student. So this isn't like a vulnerable, like a senior citizen or somebody with pre-existing conditions. This is just literally someone cut down in their prime. Oh, shit. I don't want meningitis. How do you get it? Is it anything? Can you get it from white people? Because if you can't get it from white people, I'm just going to stick around whites, I think.
Of our students and staff remains our highest priority. We're in touch with staff and students to ensure that they get the advice and support they need. And remember, we're talking about an illness that can progress really quite rapidly.
Early symptoms can look a lot like flu. Fever, headaches, vomiting, drowsiness, shivering, and cold hands and feet.
My hands are freezing right now. My feet, I have bare feet. Oh my God, they're icy cold to the touch. I'm going to die. I'm gone. Forget I had a good run. I was always waiting for that radio return career redemption thing, but I'm just going to be a fat fucking loser on the internet like everybody else. Ah, shit. I always thought of myself as superior to everyone else because I was just here on a temporary probationary period. Well, looks like that redemption is never coming for the old toe. Good thing I got right with God at the end because my feet are cold, my hands are cold. Ha-choo. If I'm not the funniest fucking show out there, it's a goddamn Chilly Willy reference. Suck my fucking dick. I've never been as appreciated as I should be in my time. But I'm dead. Anybody else feeling a little meningitis-y?
Close contacts are being identified and given precautionary antibiotics to stop further spread, and the situation is being closely monitored. For the wider public, the risk remains very low. But the key message is about awareness. If someone becomes suddenly very unwell with these symptoms, seek urgent medical help immediately.
Yes, the UK Health Security Agency now working to contain this outbreak. They've told us that students and staff will undoubtedly be feeling worried at the risk of further cases. However, we'd like to reassure them that close contacts of cases have been given antibiotics as a precautionary measure.
Just loading them up, just killing all that bacteria, good bacteria, bad bacteria. We have so many medicines, like just when we think we're like advanced or whatever, we have so many medicines that are just a nuke. Like, if I have a herp lip outbreak and you put that Abreva shit on there, you know what that Abreva is? Or like if you take Valtrex or whatever for a cold sore on your lip, all it is it just something that nukes all the moisture from that area. It just sucks it up. And you've got these dry, cracked lips. But hey, at least you don't have a herp. Antibiotics, same thing. Should you be, do they say you should take probiotics when you're taking antibiotics? Because I feel like antibiotics, they nuke everything. They're just like, hey, good and bad, it's all got to go, brother. I feel like you should be supplementing that. So many, like, how about cancer treatments? How about chemotherapy, radiation? Let's just fucking obliterate cells and hope we get the cancer ones. I mean, you know, the minute we start, I bet you people in the 60s and shit, they probably thought they were super advanced. We think we're really advanced. And meanwhile, a lot of our medical care is just like, all right, just wipe out a whole bunch of shit and hope we get the bad stuff. Ugh. St. Caesar says, are you ready for COVID 2.0? Oh, no. No, it's not. They're recalling food all over the place for some reason or another, and you want to worry about meningitis? Are they recalling a lot of food? Food recalls. Costco recalls popular meatloaf meal kit over. What do you mean meatloaf meal kit? Can't you just make fucking meatloaf? Do you have some eggs? Do you have some meat? Can you make it into a loaf shape? Can you put some seasonings on there? Can you form it in a pan? Do you have some Worcestershire? You can make meatloaf. We don't need meatloaf kits. Go get yourself some meat and make a loaf out of it. Fuck. A meatloaf. I got to hear about this meatloaf kit. Oh, the shit that they make there? Okay.
Calling a popular pre-made meatloaf meal kit because it could be contaminated with salmonella. That recall involves Costco's meatloaf with
no wonder you can't
potatoes.
You can't tell if it's well cooked because they've buried it in salt. Ugh. No, thank you. And that potatoes, the butter, enough butter? Holy shit, those are 2 thick pads of butter. We're all going to die. Meningitis, salmonella, cholesterol. Just make your own meatloaf, all right? Better yet, smoke meatloaf. Smoked meatloaf is delicious. Don't get meningitis. Cook your meat thoroughly. We're going to get through this. Rexstart parody account says antibiotics, then throwing in probiotics. It's like turning your body into a Royal Rumble. Yeah, you keep your body guessing, shock the system. I'm going to teach you guys some things tonight. Should you take probiotics with antibiotics? Yes. Taking probiotics with antibiotics is generally recommended to prevent or reduce antibiotic-associated diarrhea. I don't know, man. I don't really get the shits from antibiotics, but I'd kind of like to. You lose some water weight. You trick yourself into thinking you're being healthier. Who doesn't like shitting out a couple of pounds, numb-legging it on the bowl? Come on. It's a health movement is what it is. MSO says Ed and Michelle would give that meatloaf a thumbs up. Oh, Michelle would love it. She would absolutely love it. MSO says, I said that. Read the chat and learn. I would read the chat. No money in it. I got to make money to stay on the air. So I come in, and if there's a few gifted memberships, even if there's ones, I'm a generous guy. If there's ones or twos, I'll hang around for a little bit. You know how it works. I do the show. I do the topic. I go into the chat. I say hello. I see what's in there. And if there's a big rally, if there's shit going on, I hang around for a while with you. If there's not, I have to keep dancing like a party monkey because there's a certain point of the show where I need to be at a certain point monetarily or I freak the fuck out. So that's what I'm doing, MSO. And with that, we move on to the next thing we have tonight to hope that see, look, the meningitis thing, as much as I thought it was fun and it killed time and everybody enjoyed it, it only is good if it makes any money. This is a donation show. So if the donations aren't in, I don't think I'm doing well. So I got to keep dancing. I got to keep, I missed by 100 today in the morning. I got to change something up. I got to bring them a different flavor. Back in the day when I wasn't completely miserable and failing, 7 memberships away from 500, that would have been done by now. I'm losing it. I'm losing my edge. I don't know what it is. When I figure it out, I'll probably keep slowly failing. All right, we got an update from a story we did last night. Do you remember that referee? Boy, we got 2 St. Caesar stories in a row. That referee that had that brain bleed over the weekend at that OVW show that we showed you last night, his name's Dallas Edwards. Well, they released the 911 call that they made from the venue. This is, and I think that we saw the guy who was making this call inside the arena right outside the ring.
911, Operator Goodman. What is the location of your emergency?
I'm at OVW Wrestling at 4400 Shepherdsville Road. We're in the ring. I have a right now.
Oh, this sucks. I mean, this is a terrible way to take a phone call. He's cutting in and out. Not a lot of great reception in the OVW arena. You're calling from a pro wrestling thing. The 911 operator's like, yeah, sure, okay. What'd you say? Wrestling? Yeah. Oh, he's flailing around on the mat? Okay. Is this where we send a bunch of indie wrestlers or a bunch of trainees so they can get some training hours? No, lady, he's really hurt. He's flopping around like a fish. We don't know if he's having a seizure or what. Oh, let me guess. Was he hit with a metal folding chair? Boss. Guy says that a wrestling referee is having a seizure. Right? Was he dropped from a ladder by chance, sir? Hello? That's rude. He hung up.
Okay. Is this number you're calling me from a good number to reach you?
This is my phone in my pocket in my hand. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This is my phone in my pocket. That's talent to call someone from in your pocket.
And it's OVW. Okay, let me get this started.
Just about 2 minutes ago, he's in the ring.
Female?
It's a male.
Okay.
A male referee.
I'm not going to get through this with all that shit in there. I'm already fucking on edge tonight. I can't deal with the psh. Look at this fucking little guy. Oops.
Roll, please.
I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. If you don't know, say unknown.
Unknown.
Oh, are they censoring out? Is she saying some shit that they don't want made public? Okay. That makes sense. Otherwise, that noise is driving me insane.
Unknown.
Okay.
Unknown.
This guy doesn't really know shit about this guy at all, does he? They're like, all right, he's having a seizure. You say this is an emergency. What do you know about it? Not a goddamn thing. I think he just wants an ambulance to get the hell out there.
Unknown.
Okay, you're not near him, though, right?
I'm about 6 feet away from the seat.
Okay.
Okay, he's starting to move a little bit more, but it's still... They're dispatching.
I've already dispatched him. Is he still... Okay, can you... Okay.
Got a firefighter EMT in the ring right now with me.
Okay, you do have an EMT in the room with you?
Sir, are you an EMT? EMT firefighters in the ring. I don't...
Sir, hey, are you an EMT? No, I was actually working at the Sloppy Joe stand out in the concessions that we have. I seen a bunch of shit on TV. I watched a lot of ER growing up. I figured I could wing it and probably save this feller's life. Never mind, ma'am. He's not an EMT. He's a Sloppy Joer.
I don't know who he is, but he announced it and came in. He's one of the crowd.
Okay.
Oh, he's one of the crowd. Somebody just came in.
Let me know it.
He is. But I've got an EMT. I've got an EMT in the ring, firefighter EMT with him, a PT nurse or PT person who's here for medical.
Physical therapy. So she can stretch his legs out and have him do this with his arms while he's suffering a brain bleed. Okay.
And
Like a physical therapist is on site?
Go to the front door and wave in EMS.
Are they there?
Get back, everybody.
Okay, and it's 4400 Shepherdsville Road, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right behind Procore Lighting, yes.
And you wanted to come to the front entrance?
Yes, come in through the front entrance.
Okay.
I've got a man standing out there to wave you in right now.
And since it's pro wrestling, sir, I'm guessing the man is wearing jean shorts that will be waving me in. Goddamn, how'd you know? Lucky guess, sir. Lucky guess. Oh my God, that will never not be tense. He was diagnosed with a concussion and a subdural hematoma. Edwards spoke directly to fans Friday night in a post on Twitter, thanking everyone for their support and making it clear he holds no ill will toward anyone involved in the match. I'm not mad at anyone or anything other than the situation as a whole and what I've been sitting for 24 straight hours in the hospital, LOL. Despite Edwards giving everyone a pass, many fans didn't, especially not wrestler Tony Evans, who dragged the ref towards the corner of the ring while he was out cold, even kicking him at one point. Now, that guy did post something on social media, the guy who dragged and kicked him. I want to start by expressing my support and love for Dallas Edwards and wishing him the best in his recovery. I've spoken with him. He's doing well, and he knows we're all thinking of him. During Thursday's match, there was a planned spot that resulted in an unexpected injury to Dallas. I think they dropped him on his head. That's where the brain bleed came from. The match was 35-plus minutes with 12 men, 2 run-ins, and 2 referee bumps. That's where the referee gets knocked out. Dallas's time came as planned, and everything seemed fine from my point of view. The next sequence had me falling next to Dallas and crawling away with my back turned to him, having my eyes focused on the other wrestlers in the ring, though I knew where Dallas was. As we set up for the next thing, in my periphery, I noticed Dallas was still close to the center, and he didn't know what we were doing next. So I go to move him. Dallas and I have worked together frequently, and he will usually always go dead weight as I try to move him. When I touched him was the first time I laid eyes on him, specifically to this point, for a brief second, and I saw OVW officials from the back running, but assumed it was for the chaos, and it just happened outside the ring. Yeah, that's not what I saw. I saw you dragging him like a rag doll and then giving him a few, stomps for good luck. But at least the guy's okay. I mean, that looked like it could be really, really bad. But the fact that he's sitting up, he's typing, he knows who he is. Subdural hematomas are tricky. There was a boxer that I was a big fan of when I was a kid. His name was Baby Joe Macy. Really good. I think he was in line for a title shot against Vitaly Klitschko, who would have fucking murdered him. So maybe it's good that he got hurt. But he was in a fight with a guy named Vasily Girov, tough Russian guy, former cruiserweight champion, moving up to heavyweight. And Joe dominated the fight. And then in the last round, he got hit weird. I don't know if he got hit in the side of the head or the back of the head or what, but he got knocked down like 3 times in the last round. He got up, he survived, he won the fight by decision. But when he went to the hospital, he was diagnosed with a subdural hematoma. Now, in boxing, especially back then, you get diagnosed with bleeding on the brain, you're done. Your license is revoked. You can't fight anymore. I think he got licenses in a couple states to take like 1 or 2 small fights a few years later, but he was never back in title contention ever again. So those subdural hematomas, they can be very, very serious. They are nothing to play around with. For all I understand, they can just be a freak thing. It can be something that 1 million guys have gone through, whether it's a shot to the head or you get dropped on the canvas, and that one time, that one guy, you get the bleeding on the brain. It's really too bad. Holy shit, I suck. Guys, do me a favor. Hit like, spread the word. That would be good, unless you guys are just, unless you guys aren't even listening and you're just doing your own thing in the chat, I guess, whatever. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, gift a few memberships, whatever. We'll have some fun tonight. I've got some good stuff. I was excited about tonight's show before it started. So go ahead, do what you can, spread the word, and we'll keep going. 200 of you checking out the program. Not bad, a half hour in. Let's see if we can't get to 300 by the end of the show. That would be nice. I'd like to do okay. Nothing coming in, so we'll go to the next thing. Like I've been telling, I miss radio. It's always awkward when you go to the chat and you're like, oh, nobody gives a fuck. It's always awkward when you're like, wow, I was really having fun there. Like on radio, you're just really having fun. You go to break, you talk to your co-host for a while, you're like, that was good. I like that. And like the ratings come out every 6 months. You look at the ratings, you're like, wow, we're fucking killing. It's really good for like letting a show simmer and cook and like go. That's one thing I've never adjusted to on the internet, something I hate about the internet, and I think it's bad for society in general, is that instant, that just right now kind of a thing. I don't do well with it. I don't do well with it at all. So that was rough. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. I'll do this radio style. We'll go to the next thing, and I'll have some fun with myself tonight. Fun with myself. I got to be honest. I'm falling in love with this Clavicular guy. He's so dreamy between the meth and the smashing his face with the hammers and the face bones breaking and everything else. I love this guy. This kid rules. And when he first came out, I was like, who is this fucking loser? Who is this tool who's just sitting there talking about her upper maxilla isn't great? And it's like, who says words like that? And he was into the looks maxing and everything else. But I feel like as the months have gone on and we've been introduced to him and he's been exposed to more criticism online, I think it's actually helped him. I think this Clavicular guy is realizing that he's a comedic performer. He didn't know it. He wanted to tell everyone about looks maxing and bone smashing and all of this stuff, and he wanted to rate people based on their looks. And I think at one point he stopped, he looked around the room, and he went, oh, I'm a goof. I guess I'll just be a goof then and have some fun. I respect that. I appreciate that. So Clavicular was at the mall today or yesterday, and he was streaming with Blueface. Now, this is something about these IRL streamers that I don't understand, and I'm not quite sure how this works, but they're just hanging out with quasi-celebrities, and they'll just walk around streaming. I don't know if he's in LA or New York or Miami or what, but like Blueface is just there. So Clavicular and Blueface are going to go to the mall. Blueface is a rapper who's been involved in his own drama. He was, who was he with? That crazy bitch. They'd always fight in clubs and have a big domestic and be separated, and they'd be drawing blood against each other. And then the next day they'd be posting on Instagram talking about how in love they are and how it just got out of hand a little bit. He had a kid with her, man. Krishan Rock. That's who it is. Krishan Rock and Blueface were together. And oh my God, those two were a freaking nightmare. So Clavicular is hanging out with Blueface. Blueface is all tatted up literally from head to toe. There he is. And he's spitting game at this girl here. And Clavicular decides that during the stream, while Blueface is talking to this chick, he's just going to start rapping. He's just going to start thinking of his favorite rap song, and he's going to start singing it. And again, I'm going to tell you guys, you can think I'm crazy. I'm coming around on this Clavicular.
Respect the scripting. If you like it, buddy, gon' respect the scripting. Yeah, it's a funny game, so a nigga tripping. Chase him off the floor out the west side, just catch him slipping. Pull up bounce with a briefcase, it's time to handle business. Fuck if you like it, buddy, go respect the scripting. Yeah, it's some funny game, so a nigga tripping. Chase him.
So Clavicular's dropped 2 N-bombs now. And I guess they're hanging out with Johnny, which is nice. That's very kind of them. Actually, it might be a St. Patrick's Day leprechaun. I'm not really sure. So the whitest guy you've ever seen is dropping 2 N-bombs in this rap song. And so far, Blueface is letting it go. Now, here's what I think. This should be the rules of race. The black guy has to be offended at the first drop of the N-bomb. Then you got to cease and desist. But if he lets the first 2 go and then decides to get pissed off at the last 2, that's not fair. You lulled this kid into a false sense of security. And now he feels like he can drop it, so he's going to drop it. And every time a white guy gets the pass to drop it, he's going to drop it with a little more stank on it each time.
Pull up bounce with a briefcase, it's time to handle business. Fuck if you like it, buddy, go respect the scripting. Yeah, it's some funny games, so a nigga tripping. Chase him. West side.
You even called him your N-word.
Yeah, let's go, bro. Easy, dude. Fuck if you like it, buddy, go respect the scripting. Yeah, some funny games, still a nigga tripping. Chase him off the floor out the west side, just catch him slipping. Pull a bounce with a briefcase, it's time to handle business. Give a fuck if you like it, buddy, go respect the scripting. Yeah, some funny games, still a nigga tripping. Chase him off the floor out the west side, just catch him slipping. Fuck with a briefcase, it's time to handle business. That shit fire. Oh, yeah.
Now, wait a minute. They said that Blueface had a the whole news report is that Blueface had a problem. Blueface, look at this. Blueface was visibly upset after hearing Clavicular drop the N-word multiple times. Bullshit. He did not seem like he gave a fuck. Let's see. You know what? Big screen it. I don't think Blueface gave a shit. By the way, this is a hallmark of internet. This is internet behavior. It's like, oh, there's drama. Oh, you didn't like it. And it's like real world people like myself and you. They look at it and they go, hey, guys, I know that you guys don't go out much. That's just how people look. Oh, man, no, you could tell he was triggered and he was upset. No, that's just how people look when they're out being social.
Pull a bounce over the briefcase, it's time to handle business. Give a fuck if he like it, but he don't respect the scripting. Yikes, some fun and games, still a nigga tripping. Chasing off the fly on the west side, just flipping. Put the fuck over the briefcase, it's time to handle business. That shit fire.
He does not look upset at all. I don't know where they're getting visibly upset from. He does not give a shit. He's talking to a pretty girl. He's hitting his vape. Everybody seems to be in a relatively good mood. I will say this. It's kind of gay to just start rapping in the middle of a shopping mall, but we're kick streaming in a big city, so vanity is at an all-time high. I like this kid. Just dropping N-bombs in front of strange black people. Does not give a shit. I mean, this is the same guy that was singing the Kanye HH song in a club, so obviously the kid, he's autistic as fuck and doesn't understand social cues whatsoever. Come on. Visibly upset. He wasn't upset for shit. That was, if you ask me, that was racial unity. That's what that was. That was whites and blacks getting along. Oh my God. It looks like I'm hanging out with you guys in the chat a little bit. Thank you very much for your incredible generosity. Oh my, what a fine little start to the evening. Rabbi Smoothie gifting a membership. There we go. Thank you very much, Rabbi. Then we've got Nader P gifting 5 memberships. Hot shit. Wanna fuck? Let's fuck. Oh boy. Then we got Ablo Pacheco gifting a membership. God damn. I think that's 5. That's 7. Congratulations. Looks like we're going till 9 o'clock tonight. And, we're not going to get a golden shower out of this one, though. I don't think. So now we're 100 memberships away from 600. Thank you, guys. Should have listened to the OGs with $5. Thank you. There's a middle finger. And there should have listened to the OGs with another 5 and double middle fingers. Thank you, pal. And thank you, everybody in the chat. That's incredibly nice. Those 5 gifted memberships, I'll be honest, I get pumped when I see those. I like ones. Ones are great. Those 5s, those brighten my day. Angelica's doll says, is there a single positive comment about the show or Aaron in this chat? It never sinks in. What is that? What do you mean? I don't think there's ever been like a nice thing said about me in my chats for the last, how long have we been streaming for? Like since we were on radio, like 2016, I don't think for 10 years there's been a positive thing said about me in my chat. That's not how this show works. The fans of this show don't say nice things. If someone says something nice about me, you understand all the other fans go, dude, stop being gay. I don't know. It's like we brought the real world to the streaming world, and like the people who have like been involved in the streaming world, they just don't understand how to handle it. Jasper gifting a membership. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. So you guys like clavicular content. That's what I'm finding out. 4 more of those gifted memberships and we got a golden shower. So you guys like clavicular content. Oh no, you know what it is? You guys like the N-word. You guys, that's what I got to find N-word content. I see. It's all about finding out what makes them tick. McBuster says, never has it been so lucrative to be so cringe. No, like anything, it's, Johnny and I were talking about this earlier today. We're dying for the days where people just got famous for being reality show people. Like, that now looks classy. That used to be like trash, like Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton, the Kardashians. I was like, oh, we'd always say they're famous for doing nothing. They're famous for being famous. Now you got people who literally just turn on their phones, walk around in the mall, act like a jackass, and they're millionaires. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paul brothers. But yeah, it's very lucrative to be incredibly cringe. See, look, Angelica's doll. I don't think you understand the relationship between my audience and I. There's lots of people saying nice things in the chat. Jasper says, good evening, butthead. It's very kind. McBuster says, Aaron has a radiant appendix. I don't think anti-steel toe people get the vibe of this show. I think they're too angry with me. So I think they have a belief of how they want shit to be. Everything is viewed through that belief. So they twist it to make it that way. They don't understand our dynamic. It's too bad. It's too bad. They'd have a lot of fun. My Lost Interest says, great show, fuckface. See, that's like the nicest thing I've heard all day. You Need Me More says, I've said nice shit about you in the chat. Geez, now everybody's going to make fun of her. Rabbi Smoothie says, Aaron's liver looks better than mine. McBuster, Aaron's the best naked shitter in town. Bong Time says, Aaron maxing. Jasper says, I'm just here for that fabulous mug you call a face. He thinks I'm pretty. Brett McCart says, you wear your obesity well. Thank you. Mikey Two Milk says, I'm here for Crucifix. Hey, Crucifix will always show up for $30 and a karaoke. The $30 karaoke rap thing always stands. Crucifix can be summoned for $30 anytime, anywhere. Trucker 18 Wheeler says, stupid show and you're a fag. See, am I weird, Angelica's doll? Because I take that as genuine kindness from my audience. Angelica's doll says, you're welcome. It's sick that I knew what you were doing. It's fucking gross. I know that you and I can go, ha, right, but I feel dirty. I'm not going to show it, and I'm never going to tell you again, but I don't feel good. Thank you guys for that incredible round. I'll tell you what I like about it. The money. Very nice, very evil. Thank you guys very much. Keep it going. And we can call it, we're almost in double digits, you little pricks. Appreciate you. See, look, we got all that money coming in. And what are we doing? We're fucking around in chat, having some fun. The cleaner says, I can see Aaron's nipples. What a queer. Now, wait a minute. First of all, it makes you gay. And I'll tell for two reasons. One, you're looking. Two, what can you tell about someone's nipples that makes them gay? Please. Cleaner, you have the floor. You're the one who brought it up. Educate the rest of us, because I think Angelica's doll, Canyon, Kraken, I think everybody in this chat would like to know, what is it about someone's nipples that tells you that they're gay? What is your experience in nippledom that makes you able to tell homosexuality from a nipple? Well, we're waiting. The cleaner says they point north. All right, well, he shut me the fuck up. When the guy's got a point, the guy's got a point. Hold on. Wait a minute. They're flat. Ooh, I don't like how much I can push them in, though. I don't like how far my titties go in. That means they're out quite a ways. Not my nips, but my... Oh, boy. Mikey Two Milk says, you quit doing your jaw exercises, and it shows. Woof. My Lost Interest told me yesterday, it wasn't even an insult. It was insulting, but he was pretending to be really nice about it. He goes, hey, you planning on raising the camera angle up at all? I know what he meant. Aces said, hey, let's get Aces a membership. What do you say? Aces says you have 3 tits. Or I'm sorry, 3 tits. What? I promise I don't have 3 tits. You have tits, 3 chins, and mashed potatoes in your pocket. But at least you're funny. Hey, you like that, Angelica's doll? I'm funny. I'm apparently malformed and gluttonous, but I'm funny. Brett McCart said, your gynos are very pointy. Thank you. Thank you. Angelica's doll says, yes, I find it weird that you openly flirt with other men in a chat like that, but you do you, diva. I am a diva. Some guys have very odd kinks. No shame. Well, mine have been lived out publicly. How you doing? I hate hobo so much. God, do I hate hobo. Thank you guys for the big $40, $50 rally, whatever that was. Couple more of those and we're good. That's why I'm camping out in the chat a little bit to say my thank yous. I hate hobo for this one. Aaron needs a thigh master for his tits.
The guy's a Jew.
All right, let's get after it. Let's go to town. Let's get back in there. Gray Duckling says, what's up? Never here in the evening. Oh, man, it's great. The evening is so crazy. You know what people do? Gray Duckling, people come in here in the evening and they just start throwing $100 donations to the show. It's so weird that people do that. I mean, watch. They're going to start doing it right now. It's this weird phenomenon that happens at 6:47 every evening show. You can go ahead and join in. Everybody just starts throwing in $100 at Steel. I don't get it either. I don't get it. All right, continuing on. This is what the title of tonight's episode is all about. The Ben. Oh, by the way, 225. And oh God, YouTube is dying. We're really dying on YouTube, especially in the evenings. We're about 40 off our pace. We're about 30 off the pace on Rumble. Yeah, we should be getting to 300 tonight. Let's do that. So hit like. One thing this audience is terrible at compared to, I look at audiences who have like 1/6 of the audience size we do, and their audience is hitting thumbs up. Hit the thumbs. It's really important. Hit that. We're terrible at that. Hit the like. I mean it. It's very good for I know we like to bust balls and everything else, but this is my livelihood. So if you could smash the like button, as the kids say, that would be nice. Let's get into the Ben Stiller thing. You guys can be the judge. Me personally, this has to stop. This Stiller soda has to declare bankruptcy. Whatever blackmail somebody has on Ben, it's got to stop. Whatever friend is in IRS trouble, I wish Ben would just cut him a check instead of doing this soda thing. Ben Stiller is debasing himself, and I guarantee he doesn't need the money. He's got this new product called Stiller Soda, which is, if you're with me on this, it's a shit name for a soda. Stiller. Nobody wants the word still in their soda. It reminds you of still, flat, nothing happening. But he's making Stiller Soda, and he's been doing these promotional trips where he goes to grocery stores like an old lady and just hawks his soda. Nobody talks to him. People stand off and film him like he's an alien landed at Roswell. And he mugs for them. He goes, hey, you, come on. Yeah, it's good. No ad-lib skills whatsoever. Now he's making little social media promos for his soda. And again, I don't know what people's vibe is on Ben Stiller. I like him. I've never had a reason not to like him. He's great in Dodgeball. He's great in Tropic Thunder. He's great in a bunch of stuff. Heavyweights. Who doesn't love heavyweights? So he decides to make this promo following up the grocery store thing for his Stiller Soda. And it's awkward. And I wish he'd stop. He looks like an old Jewish lesbian. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a 14-second promo for Stiller Soda.
Like sugar on my tongue, tongue, tongue. Your body is so sweet, sweet, sweet. Invite me if you come, come, come.
Okay, faggot, what's next?
I hope you die.
What is the major problem, do you think?
Too much hormones.
You know what? Maybe I'm being too hard on it. One more time, please. Let's look at the flavors, too. Got lime.
Like sugar.
You have a Shirley Temple soda? Did you have a bet with somebody that, like, I can make a soda that sells literally 0 units?
On my tongue, tongue, tongue. Your body is so sweet, sweet, sweet. Invite me if you come, come, come.
So he's doing the Zoolander thing?
Oh, fart nigger.
Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
Is very obviously gay. I look at him and I'm like, well, you're gay.
And you guessed it, a Jew. And there will be gorilla shit all over the Omni.
So you're just crazy in a retard kind of way then, huh?
You know, I know that Ben thought this was going to be a big hit from California to, I don't know.
All the way Virginia, bitch.
But this is shit. This is really bad. And again, I keep coming back to the same question. Why? There's no again, not money. How much is Ben Stiller worth? $200 million. Something happened. Something happened to Ben Stiller. Something happened to a friend of Ben Stiller. There's no reason he started Stiller Soda. And by the way, you don't start your own soda company. You let some dumb fuck suckers buy your naming rights and pay you up front. That's what Foreman did. Foreman didn't own the grill and then, look over and fawn over statements and income and expenses and profits and losses and stress about the company and see if it was going well. He took a piece of the action. He got money for his naming rights. They renegotiated the contract every couple of years, and he got more and more money. Don't make your own. Where can I find Stiller Soda? Purchased online through Amazon and at the Stiller Soda website. It's also at Target, Walmart, and select Whole Foods locations, particularly in the Northeast and New York City area. All right, let me see. Let's go shopping. We've got... Where can I find Stiller Soda? Lunds and Byerly's? I don't know. If I order it on Target, it's $2.19 a can. If I order the variety pack, it's $29.99. I don't know. This looks really fucking bad. How many are in this? We've got 10 cans. Is that what it says? Oh, a 12-pack. I was going to say, who has 10 cans? A 12-pack at $38.26 for a 12-pack? What do you make it out of, a fucking AIDS vaccine? $38 for a 12-pack of soda? Get fucked. What's a 6-pack of bubbler? Like $5-6, right? Stiller Soda. This better be is like Rob Reiner, rest his soul, in the DiCaprio movie, Wolf of Wall Street. $40 for a 12-pack of soda, Jordy. What did this soda cure cancer? Actually, the soda did cure cancer. Yes, that's why it's so expensive. No, thank you. So not only is your promotion shit, not only is it a terrible fucking name and you have flavors like Shirley Temple, but you want $40 a pack for it? Now, Walmart wants $29.99, so fuck grocery shop. And they're $38.26. Walmart's giving it to you for $29.99. But no, we got to try Stiller Soda, don't we? I got to give you, I was talking to the consultants. They said we have to do more product reviews on this program. So I think we might have to for Stiller Soda. Gray Duckling with $2 says, are you honestly giving financial advice to a Jew? I can do whatever the fuck I want. Is he going to listen? Absolutely not. No. Rabbi Smoothie says, still cheaper than Stoney's $2.50 cans. Hey, you shut your fucking mouth. You keep it down. Hulkamasha Baby with $1 says the fact that his soda isn't called Booty Sweat to tie it into Tropic Thunder is criminal, and someone needs to be fired. Somebody in the chat saying Jew Pop was rejected. They ran it through. Look, they ran it through a couple of AI programs, and Jew Pop didn't survive the cut. People saying his dad was funnier. All right, are we going to do this? Funniest Stiller? Jerry was pretty funny, and I never saw Jerry in his prime. I was like Seinfeld era Jerry Stiller. Bapa Shab says, dude has definitely sucked a dick before. Bro, he's a very successful guy with $200 million in Hollywood. Of course he sucked a dick. He's worth 9 figures. He's swallowed the gravy. All right? If you're worth 7 figures in Hollywood, you had a good run. You got lucky. Save your money. If you're worth 8 figures in Hollywood, you've sucked a dick and probably taken one up the tailpipe. If you're worth 9 figures, you've swallowed the gravy and you know secrets about people that if you told them, they would blow up your pager on the spot and kill you like you were Hezbollah. All right? Ben Stiller is bought and paid for and blackmailed. That's why he made that really, really shitty soda. $1 from Rexstart Parody account says economy is in the shitter, but sure, let's pay premium prices for some rich douchebag's vanity soda. What's the last celebrity product that hit? Probably Ryan Reynolds Mint Mobile, right? Didn't T-Mobile buy Mint Mobile for a mint? They turned it into the thing that they called the company. You get the idea. I think that's the last thing, though. My Lost Interest says this clip turned the entire chat gay. You guys act like you weren't thinking about it already. All right? Bapa Shab says, why does his house look like the third temple? Because a girl can dream. That's why. Wow, would you with a controversial take? I always disliked Ben Stiller and his father, too. They both suck at comedy. Wow, don't tell Mark Levin, but that sounds like some anti-Semitism, if I've ever heard it. That sounds like a whole heaping bunch of Jew hate. My Lost Interest says it contains real Jew jizz. Well, here we are. By the way, I upset Samsho today because he was off his rocker. He was really flipping out today. And so I gave him a break for that live stream. He didn't come back tonight. I don't think Samsho. Well, I was like, look, our numbers are suffering. We're not making any money earlier this morning because I was like, I'm talking way too much about Israel and the war and all that stuff. You know, maybe one topic about it and then move on. And Samsho got mad that I was moving on. And I'm like, Samsho, it's literally everyone in the chat plus everyone who turned to the show off today because we were talking about this so much versus you. It's a big room, kid. Thousands and thousands of people come in and out of here every day. I got to cater to them. He's like, yeah, well, fuck you, ban me. I bet you. I'm like, I'll ban you. Are you fucking kidding? It's fun to ban people. I enjoy it. It's never a triggered thing. Ask any creator. Ask any streamer. They love banning people. It's so empowering, and you know you upset the person. So he's like, do it, you fucking pussy. And I'm like, okay, boom. But I gave him a break for just that stream, but I don't think he came back. And you know how I know he didn't come back? That was a story about a Jewish guy, and Samsho was nowhere to be found to spurg out about something that had nothing to do with that soda promotion. That's how I know. Rabbi Smoothie says, you did it for 4 figures, Aaron. New boot goofing. I get it. I get it. You owe me $100. No, I'm just, honestly, that's just me begging for Red Boys tonight. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just me begging for Red Boys. And if one hits, I'm a happy guy. 20 membership drops are even cooler. My Lost Interest says he's taken one up the tailpipe. Always makes me chuckle. I'm a funny guy. Even Hobo has to admit it, and that kills him, but he'll never do it publicly. Baba Shab says, I always have receipts for my Jew talk. He does have, he usually does bring, he's taught me a lot about Jews. Sean FM in YouTube says 316 RIP Samsho. Harris Villain says Steel Toe did it for the love of the game. Somebody already beat you to that joke, but it makes me laugh each time. Shoot Blue says, are you begging for rent, boys? Oh, God, I'm sorry. Enunciation, Aaron. Red boys, meaning $100 donations. They show up red on both YouTube and Rumble. I see when I see them on PayPal or Venmo, I mean, I still see them as red too, but Red boys. I mean, it could get really awkward in here if people say that I'm asking for rent boys. Probably going to get my channel taken down too. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, and yes, throw in a couple of bucks. You guys are doing great so far, but we got to keep hitting it. And we're going until 9 o'clock tonight because you guys got up over 500 memberships, which I appreciate. So St. Cloud embarrassed Minnesota today in a couple of ways. Number one, they turned a library artwork case into a vulgar political protest. And then also it showed that St. Cloud cannot speak Spanish. That you can, if you want to sneak an Espanol spitball past the batter here in St. Cloud, you can do it. This was from Alpha News today. St. Cloud Library's Chinga la Migra artwork, which translates to F the Immigration Police, has been removed after we asked questions. Great River Regional Library told Alpha News they were not aware of the translation. You know, because to the library ladies, they're not reading this shit. Some kid comes up and goes, I have a painting for the window, for the artwork window. And they go, oh, I've seen the ladies who work at the library. They're unassuming. And they're like, oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. We're going to put that right in there. What does it say? It says chinga la migra. Oh, so that's something, that's like a greeting in Spanish. Wow, that's really nice. And the octopus, that's such a good job. Yeah, we're going to put that in there. First Republican that can speak Spanish walks by and goes, what the, hey, it says, first of all, fuck the immigration police. Does anyone really give a shit if that's written in Spanish in some art case somewhere? I mean, the Japanese make octopuses do a lot more fucked up shit in their paintings. And not that I want that anywhere. Tentacle porn is not my thing. But Chinga la Migra, are we really going to raise holy hell about that? A spokesperson said it's the city of St. Cloud that determines which artwork to display at the library. We also reached out to the nonprofit Fe y Justicia, who told us they were not aware of the display. So now, the city of St. Cloud runs it, and there's only two kinds of people on the city of St. Cloud council: Somalis and white people. That's it. And the Somalis don't speak Spanish. Shit, they don't even speak English. And the white people on there, it's been so long since they've had to take any kind of Spanish class, they don't know shit. I don't think that's, you know what you do? Somebody complains at the beginning of the day. Then either when everybody goes for lunch or when you leave for the day, you just quietly take it out of there and you put it away and you quietly go about your day the next day. I wouldn't even have taken a phone call on it. I wouldn't have commented on it. Nothing. It's just so not a big deal. It's so not important. Like this guy wrote, I'm just looking at the comments. One guy wrote, man, St. Cloud was so nice when I lived there 20 years ago. Wait. That's saying that because of a Chinga la Migra fucking octopus drawing, now it's not nice anymore. And look, and he's right, it's not nice, but I don't know if it was ever really, it was always kind of a small town vibe in a city of 70,000. As nice as that can be, I suppose. But the reason, if it's not nice anymore, the reason it's not nice is not because there's a vulgar octopus painting in it. Get a hold of yourselves, you guys. This is something that's actually pretty common in small towns. If you're from a small town, you can relate. I worked in Litchfield for 7 years. And one thing I learned working there and living there was that in a small town where nothing goes on, the smallest bit of gossip is... The smallest bit of gossip is huge. I'm thinking of a story right now, and I don't think I should tell it. I think I should tell this story. It's very immoral. It's very wrong, and I'm sorry, and it was not nice. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of have to now because I'm doing that gay thing. But like any little bit of small town gossip people can get, they'll go after. I was single at this time. I was probably like 22, 23. And there was this lady, and she was in her 30s. She's the first 30-year-old I ever hooked up with. But she was married. And there was a rumor going around town, and they were saying this woman's name. And the radio station would always be a buzz with the gossip. Somebody always heard something, they bring it into the station, the people at the station start gossiping about it. They're like, yeah, so-and-so has 2 nights has had a strange car outside her house. And I would have to be like, oh, wow, that's crazy. No way. And everybody would be talking about it, and they'd be like, yeah, it's just really strange. I don't know if anything's going on, but I've noticed that car out there, and I've got to be like, oh, wow, that's wild. And I think, that's my fucking car. Ew. And it was then, and then I never went back there. And the lesson I learned from that is, do not fuck around in a small town, because you're never going to get away with it. There's no, in a town of like 7,000 people, everything that's done is seen. Everything in the darkness always comes to the light, and people love to chatter. So I don't think I ever got caught like by any of the like interested parties. But that is, you haven't lived until you've been the point of small town gossip, and only you know that they're talking about you. That is an awkward feeling. $1 from Silver Wolf says, I heard everybody dies famous in a small town. Oh, dude, they loved playing that song on that station too. What is that, Miranda Lambert? That Everybody Dies Famous in a Small Town was huge at that little radio station. I haven't heard that song in so long. When did that come out? Famous in a Small Town, 2009. Yeah, so I was working there at the time. That song was released in April 2007. I was there then too. Yeah, that song was big. Baba Shab said, she had a dick. We know the story. She didn't have a dick. My Lost Interest says, Aaron, stop talking. Oh, sorry, guys. I can't continue on. My legal representation has told me that I have to stop. Bong Time says, married chicks are the best. I don't know. I don't think that matters. I really don't. I think it's it's an individual basis kind of a thing. My Lost Interest says, I see I'm behind in the chat. My Lost Interest says, Aaron, under advisement from your counsel, it's in your best interest to move on. No, Hulkamasha baby. The woman in, I don't know what the occupation was, but it wasn't lawyer. Hulkamasha baby. The cleaner says, you got caught fucking a dude, didn't you? No, it was a female woman. It was a female woman. Papa Shab says, I heard it was that radio guy. Really? I always thought he was gay. Maybe I should have let it be known. I would have beaten all those queer rumors. The first year I was there was, I was 20. I was 20 years old. The first, I was 19 when I got there. And then I turned 20 the first month I was there. So I was 20, and they always had the Miss Litchfield pageant every year. And they get elected, and then they come back. They go to college as Miss Litchfield, and they come back to represent the town for like the spring and summer. And I remember my first spring and summer there, I was 20, and Miss Litchfield and like the co-Miss Litchfield or whatever were both 19. And I was trying really hard to hook up with Miss Litchfield. He's like, there's nobody. Here's the thing. There's nobody there that's your age. There's nobody your age in that town. So like, I would interview him on the radio, and like clearly we'd be flirting. And it's like, this is probably, I imagine it was really terrible radio. It's just this super horny, eyes bugging out of his head 20-year-old guy, this 19-year-old with big tits, and you're just like saying, oh, it was probably unlistenable. Did I end up with Miss Litchfield? I did not. I hooked up with my crazy Colombian neighbor instead. She was in the same apartment building as me. There were like 4 or 5 apartments. You talk about slim pickings. She was this Colombian chick who was like a year or 2 older than me. And she goes, oh, we live in the same building. We should watch a movie together or something one night. I said, yeah, that would be great. She brings over the most fucked up movies to watch for a first date. She's like, oh, have you ever tried this one? And it's this movie called Fido. And it's about this zombie guy. I don't think we watch it because she also brought over American Me. And she wanted to watch American Me as like a first date movie, which if you know American Me, Edward James Olmos, some guy gets bent over a bag of rice and a knife in his ass and butt fucked. And it's like, wow, this is really, when do you make a move? So I think we watched American Me, though. Fido zombie movie. Yeah, it was made in 2006. So this it probably had just come out. A Canadian zombie film directed by Andrew Curry and written by Robert Chomiak and Dennis Heaton from an original story by Heaton. It was produced by Blake Corbett. I've never heard of any of these fucking people. Carrie Ann Moss, Billy Connolly. All right, I know those two. Dylan Baker, Kae-Sun Ray, Harry Zemi. Oh, Tim Blake Nelson. All right. The plot takes place in a 1950s-esque alternate universe where radiation from space has turned the dead into zombies. This resulted in the zombie wars where humanity battled zombies to prevent a zombie apocalypse, with humanity the ultimate victor. The radiation still plagues humanity as all those who die turn into the undead unless the body is disposed of by decapitation or cremation. To continue living normal lives, communities are fenced in with the help of a governing corporation named ZomCon, which provides collars with accompanying remote controls to control the zombies' hunger for flesh so as to use them as menial task servants. She brought that shit over as a first date movie. I hung out with her twice. $20 from Shuli Madoff. Thank you, Shuli Madoff. This is a big one.
Wanna fuck? Let's fuck!
I gotta get this Chat Ninja thing just right, where we can have the whole thing up there. But I'm also, look at me. Look, hi everybody. Let's put this all the way down. There we go. And then I don't want to shrink it too much. There we go. That'll work. Shuli Madoff with $20. Thank you so much for the 20, man. That's incredibly generous. Thank you, Shuli Madoff. Peter Thiel was giving a private 4-part lecture series in Rome about the Antichrist. I remember this. Very close to the Vatican. It's a closed-door lecture with no press exploring the concept of the Antichrist. This is Project 2025. Dude, Rogan and Tim Dillon were talking about that last year, and they're like, if you do a 4-part closed-door session on the Antichrist, what are the odds that you're probably the Antichrist? And really, Peter Thiel does fit the bill. Shuli Madoff with $2. Uh-oh. See, now it's not coming up at all. Oh, there we go. All right. Peter Thiel is an anagram. Peter Thiel, the reptile. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Peter Thiel, the reptile. He's going to eat all of us. Thank you very much, guys. We are just about double digits away from knocking out that goal tonight. Let's show them that the evening show is kicking the morning show's ass. What do you say? Aaron likes to run backwards naked in a cornfield during harvest time. That's My Lost Interest says, Your Honor, please, I would like to speak to my client. I'm fine, dude. It is okay for me to tell these old stories. Papa Shab says, Miss Litchfield, the cornhusk puss. That what they? I don't. Hulkamasha Baby says, I worked for a guy in Litchfield and his wife, partner, whatever. Could have been his daughter. The age gap was so big. Hobo Chili says, My Lost Interest, talk to your boy. He's expressing a lot of his pillow talk with the other fellas. I don't think she was a guy. She's an attractive lady. Don't know what the fuck she was doing in Litchfield. Probably being illegal. Rabbi Smoothie says slim picking is what's left at the buffet after Aaron goes up. Hey, wait a minute. That was a YouTube $20. I don't have to sit there and take this abuse in a Rumble chat. Fido was a silly movie, says Hobo. Stick to the classics for you. Brokeback Mountain, Cruising, The Birdcage. But wait, those are all gay Oh. I don't understand what you mean by that. 09 Canyon says Peter Thiel isn't the one I'm going to for biblical or religious instruction. Yeah, that guy needs to be stopped. That's why you can't vote for J.D. Vance for anything. Siegkreutz says Peter Thiel has no charisma. The Antichrist is supposed to be a faggy yid like Trump. I was starting to think for a while that Netanyahu was the Antichrist, but it's kind of like you said, no charisma. No charisma. But Thiel's got money so he can fund the people with charisma. Trucker 18 Wheeler says, remember when the evening show and the morning show had the same size goal? Did I really do that? That's ridiculously unfair to the evening show. Holy balls. Trucker 18 St. Caesar says, Aaron, are you ready for Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? A Vincent K. McMahon match if I ever saw one. Yes, I'm very excited. I watched Raw today. That Oba Femi Brock Lesnar thing was super cool. Brett McCart says, I bagged a 45-year-old broad when I was 23. She was built like the mom from the old Bud Light commercial. Nice. Nice. Good work. All right, guys, hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow. And those 20s that Shuli Madoff was just throwing at the show, keep that shit going. And he got what he wanted out of that $20, I think. We had a little conversation about Peter Thiel, the Antichrist, creepy as all hell. Oh, I like the next 3 topics we got coming up. We got one black lady who, I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this. I captioned the link in the prep sheets with, I don't know if I love this lady or I hate this lady. Let's do this one right now while you guys are loading us up with memberships and Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo and all that. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to ruin it if I say too much about this lady. I want you to come to this on your own. Oh, by the way, thank you to OG Anonymous Fake Dono. Says, here's some cash for you to buy a couple of sleeves of Girl Scout cookies to help soothe your loss from the morning show. Thank you very much. I might take you up on that to soothe my loss from the morning show. Thanks for the 10. Hey, you guys are into double digits officially. Thank you very much. Rabbi Smoothie says, so it's $20 for a viewer suggested topic. Well, let's just say this. If you give us $20 and you say something in it, we're going to spend some time on it. Yes, you gave us 20 fucking bucks. I mean, 4 or 5 more of those and we're home free tonight. And not only that, we start working on that 100 that we missed from this morning that I said we were never going to get. Let's do this one. I don't want you guys to be, oh, you know what? You're going to see her hand. So that, all right, it's a black lady. Look, I think this is really smart. I also think at the same time, this is really dishonest and scummy. So I'm really not sure how to feel about this person. But there's a woman who filmed herself and posted it online because she's found this really great life hack to save herself some money. And look, like I said, I anticipate us missing a lot of goals here over the next few months because the economy is going to go in the shit. And I think streamers should be the first thing you cut out of your fucking budget, right? But like with a woman like this, she's found a way to stretch a buck by going to the hotel near her work and taking advantage of the continental breakfast that's supposed to be for the people that are staying at the hotel. Now, here's why I don't have a problem with it. Do you have any idea how much of that shit they throw away every day? Why can't people come in and grab a little free food from the hotel? It's just that going in there every day, grabbing the meal and then eating it for free. It's just really dishonest. Let's play it and let's see which way you guys go. Is this brilliant and you wish you had thought of it, or is she a piece of shit?
I'm gonna sit right here on this bench.
Hold on.
I just snuck in this hotel for some free breakfast, and that's the best thing I done did. I'm gonna sit right here on this bench and enjoy it. And I'm gonna go back for seconds. Period. Going backwards.
That's an iffy. Oh, she didn't like the biscuits and gravy. I was gonna say, how good can paper plate, Motel 6, biscuits and gravy B, and a hard-boiled egg. Boy, that's brave. Hotel Continental breakfast, hard-boiled egg. That's sulfur farts. That's going to be terrible. Oh, we got a story about farts tonight, too. Just wanted everyone to feel comfortable. The sausage patties, I mean, shit. Those are just frozen sausage patties. You can get those anywhere. That's not so bad. Biscuits and gravy, though. Like biscuits and gravy and hard-boiled eggs at a motel continental breakfast. That you're playing Russian roulette with your digestive system, if you ask me.
Seconds.
And how do you not pepper the gravy? Stop it. Shut up. You're gonna, because I know you're gonna make something out of that hobo. How do you not throw a little pepper on the gravy? Because you know that's bland as shit.
I'm having too much fun.
Oh shit, this bitch. She must be really early for work today. She's gonna make herself a waffle. Oh, this is abusive.
Gonna make me a waffle now, y'all. Waiting on my waffle.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Oh, they got whipped cream.
Okay. All right. This is getting overindulged. This is really taking advantage. Now I hate her. If she would have grabbed a little bit of scrambled eggs and a little bit of sausage and just like, hey, a little pick me up before work, they're going to throw this shit away anyway. All right. But you're taking advantage. Like this is going above and beyond. You're going up for seconds. You're making the waffle. You're using their whipped cream. This is going from dishonest whiteness to rip-off blackness at this point.
Oh, I'm going to put some of that on my waffle. Might get some cereal.
Oh, knock it off. First of all, you're going to get diabetes with all this shit. That one plate was good enough. You're not supposed to weigh yourself down for breakfast. In fact, Dr. Kellogg may have brainwashed us into something really unhealthy, and that's eating breakfast. I don't know if you're supposed to. Because, like, if you fast for, like, 16 hours, like, let's say you stop eating at 7 and you don't eat again until 11 o'clock, like around lunchtime, 11, 12, that's really good for your metabolism and really good for your system, especially if you have a warm glass of water when you wake up in the morning. That gets everything firing, gets everything loose.
Let me get some more eggs while I'm at it.
You bitch! Stop it! Sorry, I'm yelling you bitch at the lady at the... She's stealing. If you're just joining the show, this is a woman who's found a continental breakfast near her work. And so before work every day, she goes to the continental breakfast and just steals. Oh, but come on, Aaron, it's free. Yeah, for the people who paid $100 a night for a motel room. What's she going to do? After work, go sit in the hot tub and sauna and just hang up? Well, I need to relax after work, y'all. Sure, go ahead, eat more eggs.
Looks so good.
Yeah, it does. I hope your fork breaks.
Come on, girl. Get out of here now.
Yeah, there you go. Go on. Are you retarded?
There we go.
Yeah. You stupid asshole. That's what you get for stealing.
That's a big waffle.
Yeah, it is a big waffle. And now we're going to throw whip. So we got cereal. We got a waffle. We got whipped cream. We're going to throw syrup on it, I'm sure. Glucose levels through the roof. That's how you get shit like this, lady. That's how you get shit. Oh, that is unsightly. Look at though. That's not fat. I'm just getting old. Look at that. I got like a clit hood. It's a big clit hood. That's more of a labia that I got. I got a nice tight labia right there.
Late number 2.
If I don't get money for that, I don't know what I'm humiliating myself for. I actually got into that. I'm hard.
Enjoy this swim. Yummy. When I tell y'all.
Eat it with a fork, you fucking animal. Jeez. Louise. See, I didn't say Jesus. Getting better. I was ready to like her. Like, hey, that's a fun little hack. That's kind of nice, you know. But she's going up for seconds and a giant waffle and more eggs. And she's over sitting on the bench. Like everybody at that hotel knows that she's not a guest there. They're just too uncomfortable to confront the black lady because they don't make enough money to make it worth their time and trouble. She's eating it with her fingers. She looks like she's in scrubs. You better wash your hands before you go treat patients with your sugar fingers.
This waffle's so good.
Yeah, okay, all food that you eat for free tastes good.
That's all I could eat. I'm full. Like, I'm full.
You're not supposed to be full for breakfast.
Got me some juice and I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah, you got to get a glass of sugary juice before you go. You're going to be in a diabetic coma before you get behind the wheel.
That was kind of fun. It's so good, too. So good.
It's theft what you're doing. It's so good. Hey, y'all, look, I found a creative life hack. You didn't find a creative life hack. That's called stealing. That's like somebody who robs banks successfully. Nobody's catching them, and they're like, y'all, you wouldn't believe this, but I found a new retirement plan. You just go get money whenever you need it. Bank robbery, sir. Good God. Silverwolf says, is she a nurse? Oh, she steals from patients. Oh, she's got rubber gloves. She's shoving fingers up her partner's ass. There's all kinds of weird shit going on in that house. Kraken Slapping says, that is cool. You can store your food in your pouch, though. Shut up. There should be money behind that. Bong Time says, somebody should come down and say, what room number are you in? I guarantee they're all really uncomfortable. They're all just really uncomfortable to, like, confront her. It's just, it's weird. It's awkward to have to go, hey, you're stealing. Could you not? Typean says her retirement plan is our taxes. Chevrolet JB says theft is a life hack to the blacks. So the caption on this tweet from, I love Clown World, by the way. Some hotels offer complimentary breakfast in open lobby areas. A woman says she realized she could walk in, eat, and leave without staying there, and now does it on her way to work. She says it's not stealing. It's only stealing. Stealing is the only thing that you could call this. There's no other thing to call it. 252 watching the toe right now. Oh, 254. We bumped up a little bit. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. Let's have ourselves a good night tonight. We're getting closer and closer to that win tonight, guys. Finish that up for us. Everybody throw in a 5 or a membership. We have to go until 9 o'clock tonight because we did get to our 500th membership. So please and thank you. Let's have another one of those rallies. I like it. Dread Seamus says, I did the same as a 20-something. Don't. Oh, man. Scout Finch, no, I can't say. I don't know what that means. Orange juice? Or O.J. Simpson? You know what? $20, I'll read it for you. I got to monetize that shit. I can't. People know this show has a goal. What do you think I'm going to do? Just be generous? Fuck, I got my ass kicked this morning for triple digits. Yeah, I mean, I'll say it. I won't even question what the fuck it means. $20, I'll say the damn thing. But for free? You're taking advantage. All right, let's go to the next thing we got tonight. We got the, the guy in New York City, who's suing a how do I say this? Oh, no, I'm so Midwestern. Taqueria? Whatever. Suing a fucking Mexican place. He's suing a Mexican place because their salsa was too spicy. This, like, to me, this is not as bad as, like, the woman who put a finger. By the way, did we ever figure out whose finger that was that she put in the Wendy's chili? Because she tried to say, oh, my God, there was a finger in my chili. It was a plan so that she could get money out of them. Meanwhile, we found out she's the one who put the finger in there. But I don't think we ever found out whose finger it was. That's troubling. Then there was, people like to use the McDonald's hot coffee lawsuit as like, oh, isn't this goofy or silly? But that person was right to sue because A, they didn't warn them about the temperature of the coffee. They did have the coffee turned up way too hot. Like it was way hotter than it's supposed to be. And that person did suffer like very serious burns. And I think the lid was on there wrong. So like everybody liked to laugh at that person because like, oh, you didn't know the coffee was hot. You're retarded and you spilled it. They actually were in the right. The person in the McDonald's coffee lawsuit. No, the McDonald's lawsuit that was so retarded was the lawsuit. I think it was by the guy who successfully sued the cigarette companies. Banzaf, was it? And he tried to sue McDonald's on behalf of his clients for making them obese. And that, I mean, just such a stupid, ridiculous lawsuit. But to me, suing a Mexican restaurant because their salsa's too spicy, bro.
Some don't like it hot.
Shut. You know what? Go steal breakfast at the hotel, please. I can't. I can't do this.
Some don't like it hot. A man sued a famous New York taqueria over its spicy salsa. It was a German.
So they even call it it was a German. Oh, that, you know what? It's all starting to make sense now. Look, I love being German, all right? I love my heritage, the mother country. We almost pulled it off a couple of times there in the wars, but we don't do spice. Ketchup, we're like, no good on the, no, the ketchup, no, it's, you know how it, it's just not, I can't handle it.
Tourists who claim Los Tacos #1 did not warn him just how spicy its salsa was.
So they call it their spicy salsa. You ordered it, but they didn't warn you that it was that spicy. All right. You know what? It sounds stupid. It sounds like it shouldn't go anywhere, but this is America. Who knows what's going to happen? I guess the taqueria Los Tacos #1 made this man take a fiery #2.
According to the complaint, Faisal Mans said his tongue burned, his mouth hurt, and his blood pressure soared after.
You fucking pussy. My tongue burned and my mouth hurt and my blood pressure was high. Why are you going to a spicy food place? It sounds like that's a terrible idea. It's like Ben Stiller in Along Came Polly and eating the Indian food when he's got IBS. What? Oh man, I got bad blood pressure. I'm German. I don't do spice well. You guys want to have Mexican for lunch? Bob, isn't that going to beat the shit out of you? No, I'm sure the salsa's fine. Hello, sir. Would you like to try our spicy salsa? Yeah, sure. I'll take it all. Oh my God. Oh, I can barely breathe. You didn't tell me how spicy it was. It's our mild, sir.
Eating the green salsa at the Times Square restaurant in August of 2024. The judge, though, dismissed the claim.
Yes. Very good.
Mans never sampled or inquired about the salsa before eating it. The restaurant argued salsa is often spicy. Enough said.
This poor guy, he's just getting laughed at by a couple of broads on the news. Oh, we'll remember that limp dick gay guy for a while, won't we, Tiffany? We sure will, Linda. Anyway, on to high school sports. You're the guy who tried to sue the Mexican place. Oh, why? Thank God a judge threw it out, though, because like each one of those that gets through, it makes it easier and easier for the next dumb one to get through. My lost interest says, my tum-tum hurts after eating their mild salsa. I mean yeah. That's about the basis of the lawsuit. Yes. Darkwind says, fucking asshole, it's people like this that make spicy stuff weak when I want it spicy. Well, that's true. Like if that restaurant would have been sued successfully, and they probably had to pay some legal fees in order to fight this thing before it got dismissed. But like, this is going to make them, like, this probably does make you go, ooh, let's not make it too spicy because I don't need some jackass coming in later and saying he didn't know. And then he, hobo, you piece of shit. And then he ends up suing us later. Guys, let's rally up. I'll come back to the chat in a little bit. We're so close. Let's get after it. Couple more of those big rallies. And we'll call it a win for the toe. You guys are doing great. Dante says Frank's is too much for him. Look, I'm not the best guy when it comes to spice, but I know my limitations. That's all. T. Jefferson says master race indeed. That guy's a pansy. Yeah, he's not doing us any favors. That's for sure. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, and as I said, please and thank you. Get us a couple of bucks in. I'm going to do this because we need to notch a win tonight. All right, guys, big announcement. The Pickaxe app is officially live on iOS and Android. If you're tired of algorithmic manipulation, shadow banning, and platforms collecting your data while throttling your reach, this is exactly why Pickaxe exists. No algorithms deciding who sees your content, no data mining, social media that actually acts social. This is huge for the Rumble community. Your Rumble videos play directly inside the Pickaxe newsfeed like native posts. No redirects, no audience loss, just seamless integration. We've already got major voices on the platform like Diamond and Silk, The Vigilant Fox, Rampage Jackson, Dr. Pierre Corey, Dr. Mary Telly Bowden, Children's Health Defense, Shannon J., and many more building communities there. The Rumble gaming community is jumping in too. The Joker, Uncle Pudge, Midnight in the Mountains, Vape and Gamers, Chavez Flexington, Soundboard Lord, Cat Dog, and plenty more are making Pickaxe their home base. This is about owning your audience instead of renting it from an algorithm. Download the Pickaxe app right now on iOS or Android, or head to pickaxe.com to join. And remember, you are the algorithm at Pickaxe. All right, guys, you do the rest. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. I want to win tonight. I could use a W tonight only because you guys got off to such a great start. And we are going until 9. So I'd like to knock that thing out early if we could. Oh, this is going to be a tough one to get through. You know, a while back, we talked about this lady. She was running for office here in Minnesota, and her bid to run for office was sidelined when she threw a tarantula at her roommate and got charged with assault. Now, here's the problem. She's nuts. She's out of her mind. She's facing a guilty charge, or she's facing an assault charge, but she's pretty cute. And it's, we would have liked a chance as voters to get to know her a little better. Her name is Simonetti. They call her the tarantula tosser. Let's go to our boy Lou Ragoose.
The self-proclaimed tarantula tosser is guilty on all counts. A jury deliberated a little less than an hour and found Marissa Simonetti guilty of assault, harassment, and disorderly conduct.
Less than an hour of deliberation? That means you're fucked. They're like, yeah, we all, right? Yeah. Well, hey, I tell you what, why don't we, here's what happens. They all decided guilty right away, and they went, one more free meal on the state, and then we'll come out with our verdict. All right, sounds good. Let's order Chinese.
Stemming from a bizarre incident in June 2024. The evidence shows Simonetti, who was running for Hennepin County Board at that time, banging pots and pans and playing loud music and throwing things down the stairs toward a woman whom she rented the basement of her home to. That included tossing a live tarantula.
Now, here's the deal. So there was apparently a spider. There were too many spiders in the basement. She was renting the basement to a woman. The problem is, I guess there's some stupid regulation in the city or county she lives in about subletting and not having verification to sublet. It's so crazy. It's like, if it's your house, you should be able to let some rooms out. But anyway, she was breaking some kind of rules. The lady said she was going to report her because as the landlord, she should have to take care of the spiders that are in the basement because this lady was very deathly afraid of spiders. So finally, Simonetti just got tired of this lady's shit and started throwing her tarantula at her, which if you legitimately have arachnophobia, having a tarantula thrown at you is a heart attack level event.
The victim testified she was petrified of spiders and had offered to pay for pest control in the basement because of bugs there. She says that set off Simonetti, who then harassed her, trying to get her to leave. To make the story more bizarre, Airbnb is not allowed in the city of Edina, and Simonetti didn't even own the house. The homeowner she rented from didn't know that she had sublet the basement.
That's what it was. All right, I knew it was something to do with that. She was renting, and she didn't tell the homeowner that she rented out her basement. Like, you can't fucking do that. You can't just be like, hey, thanks for letting me rent your house. Hey, no problem. As long as you pay the rent on time, you know, it's just great to get some income out of it. We're really happy with our arrangement. Hey, do you have a friend over or something? Oh, no, that's the subletter. What? Yeah, no, I sublet the basement. Bitch, it's our house. You can't sublet the basement.
After the guilty verdict, I spoke with Simonetti, who was representing herself in the case.
Which is always a great move, right, my lost interest? Always represent yourself. There she is. This is the lady who was going to run for Hennepin County Board, and now we're not going to get that chance because, somebody had to freak out over a spider.
Well, I'm glad to have a resolution, at least an answer one way or another. And I have a lot of really good things going on in my life. Things are peaceful, calm, and I'm just focused on my future.
The victim was not in the courtroom for the verdict, but I'll be speaking with her today, and we'll have a lot more from her in a separate video.
I bet. I like this chick, man. She's just like head in the clouds. She's happy. She's trudging forward. I'm guessing she's not worried about jail time. I'm guessing she thinks she's going to get probation or whatever. Let's see. First time assault conviction, Minnesota sentence. First time conviction for first degree assault. It wasn't first degree assault. That maximum 20 years in prison. I think, what did they say? Fourth degree assault. Up to a year in jail. Yeah, so she won't get jail time for that, up to a year in jail. So she'll probably get probation on that one. First time misdemeanor harassment. Whoops. Misdemeanor harassment conviction in Minnesota. First time carries a sentence of up to 90 days in jail, a fine of up to $1,000 or both. Yeah, she won't do any time. She'll be on probation for 2-3 years, and they'll cut her loose. They don't want someone like that taking up a jail cell. They'll say, ma'am, you're too pretty. Thank you very much, too. Let me make sure I'm not reading real names here. Okay, there is no other name on it. So, Scott, thank you very much for the $10 on PayPal, buddy. Very nice of you. $10 in. Thank you very much, guys. Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. Not too far now. Let's go. Couple more of those and we'll be home free. Let's see if we can knock out that double digits that we got left before the normal rally time, which is 8:25. We got, 45 minutes before we get to that point? Let's go. Let's go, boys and girls. All right, we're going to open up a few more of these. I think it would be fair if we got a win today and MSO got a win today. I think we would all consider that good. And you never know. We can chip away at that 100 from this morning. My prediction, we're not going to see that 100 from this morning. You win some, you lose some. They can't all be perfect weeks. But, lately, Thursday morning with Oz, you can't really rule anything out. Who knows? We'll chip away. We'll see what's going on. You guys, just keep gifting those memberships, $5, $10. We'll be close to done. A few more of those 5 membership drops or maybe a golden shower here. We'll call this thing good to go. Otherwise, hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow. We've been around 250 all night tonight. I'm cool with 250. You get over 200, that's like, all right, I can live with that. There's people here. You get to 300, I'm very happy with 300 for an evening show. 250, comfy. I feel like I'm talking to people at 250. All right, it looks like St. Paul has officially released their report on the impact that the ICE operation had in Minnesota. Are you ready for this? They've come. Now, I expect both of the Twin Cities, St. Paul and Minneapolis, to release. I think any economic slowdown or hardship that they had, whether it would have happened with or without the ICE operations, I think they're going to tack everything onto ICE, and they should. So should the state of Minnesota. Like, if we go, the economy in Minnesota is down this quarter, fuck it, blame ICE. Might as well. It's a smart move politically. But let's see what the damage was to the city of St. Paul.
For the first time, St. Paul leaders are sharing the economic impact of ICE operations.
A new analysis estimates the cost to businesses and residents at $129 million.
That may not sound like a lot, but remember, that's just a city. And what's St. Paul, a city of 300 some odd thousand people, maybe 400,000 people? $129 million is a good chunk of change to businesses and services.
Richard Reeve is asking how they got those numbers and what resources are available.
I'll tell you how they got those numbers. There were no Mexicans to do any construction work, to do any restaurant work, to do any shit. Like, illegals do a lot of service industry jobs. And I can tell you, as someone who lives in Minnesota, even up here in St. Cloud, a lot of illegals or a lot of restaurants that employed illegals were either shutting down or cutting their hours or not letting those people come into work because they didn't want them to get raided and taken away. So it definitely cut into economic productivity. Then you got ICE all over the place and you got protests breaking out. So people don't want to go to those parts of town and go shopping or go have lunch or dinner or anything like that. There's fucking lunatic hippies out there. And then there's guys walking around with fucking rifles and balaclavas on. Like, that doesn't seem like a nice place to go for a date. So yeah, it's going to hurt a little bit.
Well, the Department of Planning and Economic Development is cautioning that these are only rough estimates. In fact, it's a kind of mathematical formula. They've been looking at all kinds of data from the Census Bureau, a survey of about 160 businesses, and interviews with the business community. And we asked Mayor...
Yeah, so this doesn't seem very scientific. This is what I thought it was. And again, I don't think it's a terrible idea. They're just taking every shitty thing that happened or every bad story they hear from business owners, and they're just going, well, that's ICE. You know what they're doing? They're kind of Nick Shirleying this whole thing. They're going to business owners. They're like, how bad was business? Oh, we were probably down about 50 grand last quarter. All right, ICE cost us 50 grand. And you just keep adding that up, and like, oh my God, $129 million ICE cost us. Really? How'd you get that number? We just pulled some bullshit together.
Her, how could she find some funding to make up for those huge losses? Just curious what your thoughts are.
So what we're finding out is they too missed the goal. That's too bad. You don't want to miss the goal. You can't be missing the goal. That's bad news, Bears. By the way, thank you, Scott, for that 10. Always nice to see different names showing up. I love that.
About that number and if there are any plans for the city to help people, help folks out.
We already had a great plan to turn our city around, and this Operation Metro...
Never mind, that's the mayor. I trust her math. Her math is good.
Surge did not help. And so we really do need the state to step in, and there's an ask at the legislature to provide relief for our businesses here, but the work continues.
Here in Western St. Paul, businesses are still trying to recover financially from the ICE operations. Some of them sent employees home, sometimes with pay, and sometimes not. Restaurants shortened their hours and limited their menus.
Yeah, I mean, the Mexican restaurant down the street, I mean, that's going to be a big red flag. You know, the back room with the cooks and the dishwashers at any restaurant, that's going to be a big red flag. So, yeah, there were businesses up here in St. Cloud. They just shut down because they didn't want their employees getting raided. Holy shit, they really are at Cesar Chavez Street. It's fitting.
The city is looking internally for funding, but also she went to the Capitol today to meet with lawmakers to discuss state funding.
Hey, have they tried Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, or gifted memberships? I hear it works great. I mean, for other channels, not for me, but like I hear it. I'm just kidding. You guys are incredible.
We asked one state representative about that $129 million figure. Does the state have the ability to do that, do you think?
There's always funding. There may not be as much funding as we've seen.
Stop yelling at me. There's always funding. I'm sorry, I have voice immodulation disorder. I have trouble controlling the volume of my voice, but we're going to be fine.
An $18 billion surplus, right? When I first was in office, but there's always funding to be able to fight for, and we need to make sure that that funding is going to be in the spaces that bring revenue to the state. So let's go fight for it.
Do you think?
And honestly, it's Minneapolis and St. Paul. If anybody's going to get any money for ICE being here, it's going to be those two cities. They get everything they want and then some, and then they'll fuck it up, and then they'll come ask for more. That's how it works.
The right use of tax dollars to help these businesses out that were impacted by ICE?
100%.
Why do you say that?
I say that because no businesses in this town had any say in at all, or anyone in this city had any say in whether we were going to be occupied by an occupying force of the federal government.
Oh, shit. She definitely has a political bent, but she's not wrong, though. Like, those businesses didn't ask for ICE to come in here, but I would say that the state government maybe should reimburse them, and I'll tell you why. If Tim Walz, from the very beginning, wouldn't have had his dick swinging contest with Donald Trump, we could have avoided this whole deal. If Tim Walz would have said, we'll give you access to the jails, any illegals that are in the jails, you can take them out, ICE can have them. Anybody here with a violent felony criminal record that's also here illegally, we'll give you access to them if you promise those are the only people you're going to take. And we could have avoided all the, Trump did his pomp and circumstance and his theatrics with the guys in the fatigues walking down the street. He's got to rub it in. And yeah, it definitely disrupted things here for a long time. I was there right in the thick of it, covering it. It definitely gummed up the works. But Tim Walz was the one who was like, I don't care. I'm not going to fucking compromise with these guys. And what did he end up doing in the end? He ended up sitting down with Tom Homan. Tom Homan said, this is what we need. And Tim Walz said, if you get this, you'll leave. And he said, absolutely. And Walz agreed to it. So it was all just a giant waste of time so these two could pull their dicks out at each other.
Now, much of this is in the air. We asked the city if there's a mechanism in place to distribute any funding that might be available,
No.
if there are any safeguards in case of fraud. They say it's still too early to bring out those ideas, but we will keep pressing plans.
Why would you have a plan in place to prevent fraud? It's not like Minnesota has a problem with that. Yes, this is the Habubu Habibi daycare, and we were closed because of the ICE raids, and we were closed. And when we were closed at the Habubu Habibi daycare, we lost roughly $4 million. Yes, for the 5 weeks we had to close down at the Habubu Habibi daycare. For $4.3 million, actually. Could you say 4.325? I would like to buy a used vehicle. Hey, buddy, it seems that it is $4.325 million. Confirmation. Trust me, buddy. All right, thank you. We're getting $4.325 million. Yeah, it's not like Minnesota's known for fraud. What is this guy being a wet blanket for? Hey, do you guys, what are you guys thinking? I think we need $129 million for the state to make up for what happened during those ICE raids. You have any mechanism in place in case there's fraud? That was a good one. You had me going there for a second. I thought you were serious. Fraud. Oh, that's good. So the check's in the mail, right? $1 from Chevy Fan. He says, is this them old rapper guys you like? He passed out on stage. Uh-oh. I hope it's not the Northern Boys. I hope they're okay. That ain't good. Papa Shab says, your state is very fucking gay and retarded. Yeah, it's kind of looking that way. Silverwolf says, no one asks for ICE, you dipshit liberal bleeding heart. God, you have gotten so much fucking worse since you found religion. My fucking God. What did I say? All I did was told you what happened. I did. Trump sent ICE in here because Tim Walz wouldn't cooperate with giving us access to the jails and any criminal illegals we might have. So he sent in thousands and thousands and thousands of ICE agents. Then when Walz agreed to give him access, they left. Why are you so mad at me? What the fuck did... I go back into the chat thinking, hey, maybe the few gifted memberships, couple of bucks. Now do you see why I don't stop in the chat unless there's money? Then I'll hang around. I don't need to take fucking abuse for free. I'll get paid to take abuse, absolutely. But fuck you. Oh, hey, everybody. Hey, guys. Samsho's back. Samsho's back. And he's angry. He's pissed off again. I'm a Jew now. You didn't know. It's okay. You know what? I'll tell you why I'm going to let Samsho vent tonight. He caught himself a bit of a bare bottom spanking this morning. And I think he should be allowed to vent. Papa Shab says most Catholics are basically Jews. Look, I'm going to accept that criticism, and I'll tell you why. I know I'm right about this. So any upset or anger I'm causing, I can't help it. I can't I'm not Fox News. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and lie to you just because it'll make you more comfortable. We're learning. Or as Papa Shab says, put a sock in it, egghead. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you very much for that $5, OG Anonymous Fake Dono. And by the way, we're in double digits. So please, everybody, gift something. Let's get this taken out. Let's get this goal knocked out. I want to win tonight. It just feels good. I like it. And we took an L this morning. So Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. We're very, very close. And I would like to, we're going till 9 tonight because you did get over 500 memberships. But I would like to knock this out in regulation, and I would really like to knock it out without the rally shit. So please and thank you. I've done a hell of a show tonight. Really proud of it. Let's let the money flow. Let's do it, guys. No, these are not the guys that I follow. This is Pete and Baz. I'm not a Pete and Baz guy. I like the Northern boys. We would like to apologize for last night's show. The good news is Pete is now in a stable condition. We're issuing refunds to all ticket holders. All current European tour dates will still be going ahead. Okay, what happened to him? Why are we putting a senior citizen in a floating harness? This doesn't seem necessary. I mean, you're doing club gigs. It's a novelty rap act with 2 British senior citizens. That's the gig. That's the gimmick is they're old as fuck and they're rapping. We don't need to be putting them up. They're going to Owen Hart this poor fucker. And by the way, you might say, Aaron, Owen Hart fell from a lot, taller height. Right, but this guy's like 70. This is the same as Owen Hart falling from the rafters. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh man, that looks like he's hanging himself. Oh, that's scary as shit. He just dropped the mic and it looks like Brooks was here. Oh no. Oh man, I hope Shmuel Buckman's okay. That's fucked up, man. Hey everybody, you ever watched an old man die before? We promised you a show like you've never seen before in your life. Pete and Baz, everybody. Yeah, you're right. We'll give you refunds. Holy shit. Yeah, he's not dead, but he legitimately was out. I mean, I don't even think that was a heart attack. Because a heart attack, you'll struggle, right? But, I mean, just going limp like that's something else. Pete is in stable condition. I wonder what this was. Big bucks, I'll be looking at business, dressed to kill, mama, go be up on a business, pole position at a fella running the distance, I'll be banging and banging and banging and keeping it. Here's my guess from my extensive medical expertise. My guess would be blood pressure and he passed out. You know, you're old as fuck. You're hanging up there by a harness, so everything's just kind of lifted. You're rapping. The blood pressure's up. You got the adrenaline going, and you're an old man, so your system just went, shut it down. I'm going to guess. Do we have any news on anything bigger than that? Bass is out Thursday. Hold on. We got a Instagram video here. Looks like that's jail. That's not the fuck out of here. I want to not how he's doing in jail. Update from management. Wow, nobody really gives a fuck about this guy. Honestly, I'm finding out from this Google search, nobody gives a flying fuck about these two. But look at this. They got shows coming up in April in Amsterdam, Oslo, Norway, Copenhagen, Denmark. I mean, they're all over the place. But nobody gives a shit. $5 from Main Vein says, you have become way more liberal, and I've stuck around because while stupid, you're sincere. Base Toe was a better show than Lib Toe. I do like the religious talk lately. Respect. I don't know, dude. I'm sorry, but I will fight you on this, and I've fought my audience on shit like this for a decade now. I am not getting more liberal. I'm sorry that Donald Trump fucking lied to us. I'm sorry that he bamboozled us. I'm sorry he didn't end up being what he said he would be. That ain't my fucking fault. I'm standing 10 toes where I've always fucking stood. Don't sit here and go lib to. No. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate this. But this is to everybody. Listen, I'm sorry that I'm not like your fucking safe space. You want to talk about liberal. You want to talk about fucking progressive. You want base toe? Here's base toe for you. I'm sorry I'm not like that pussy safe space shit too many of you like. I'm sorry that I give you the straight shit. And when these guys are ripping you off and reaching into your fucking pocket, taking your money, going, we're going to make America good. And then they start fucking up and surrendering our country to special interests. I'm sorry that I call it out. And yeah, if the direction we're going isn't working and I want to change it, if that makes me lib toe, I would say that makes me right toe. I would say that makes me got a set of eyeballs and a working fucking brain toe. I would say that makes me, I don't listen to some other old man before I form my opinions toe. So yeah, eat my fucking dick with that lib toe shit. I'm more base than your fucking president is. I'm sorry that when I get lied to and someone rips me off, I get angry. I'm sorry that when some guy I go, oh, I think he's going to do the shit he's going to do. And then he turns out to be a lying cunt who sold this country down the river. I'm sorry I get pissed off about it. There. I think I won that one. Digital Soldier says, I'm the opposite. I like your political takes and think your religious takes are gay. Well, see? See? Then there's something for everybody. Papa Shab says, Dan Bongino is heckin' based. Frick you, faggot. See? But that's the people who are anti-toe. They probably love Mark Levin. They probably love fucking Dan Bongino. Lib-toe. My Lost Interest says he ain't wrong, though. Thank you. Let the toe cook. All right, but we're still... Oh. Von Kaiser goes, apology accepted. Hey, wait a minute. That's not what I... All right, guys, since I have very little confidence in our rallies ever knocking out a goal ever again, let's keep going. Let's get more donations. Let's get more membership. We're in the double digits. We've been in the double digits for a while. Let's knock it out. Let's call it a win. I'm excited. I think we can get there. We've got till 9, but I'm going to run the rally at 8:25 because I know a lot of people are going to leave for that extra half hour. If you're feeling generous tonight, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. We lost tonight, this morning, so I'm excited to get a win tonight. Make it happen. Thank you very much. And I would love it if we did it $20 and under. That's my favorite way to bang out a goal. So you want to hear me stop fucking talking about this shit? Everybody band together and let's knock out a win. We deserve it. We've had a great little back and forth tonight, and I appreciate it. Hey, do you guys, I don't know how many of you are big basketball fans, but do you remember when we were kids, Dwight Howard, big center, Orlando Magic, dunking like crazy? Dwight Howard was awesome, man. Well, apparently recently, the former basketball player had it out with his wife, Amber Howard. And now their messy home life is on public display after police body cam footage came out showing the two having a tense encounter at their Georgia mansion. This is, God, this is fucking nice place, though. Take a look. Wow. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a big gate like that for like a trailer house. You know, I just like to be like, holy shit, look at this guy's gate. That's amazing. And then turn around and the house is a shithole. Let's see what happened. Let's see Dwight Howard and what's her name? Amber Heard. Oh, God, Amber Heard. No. Amber Howard, you fucking idiot. Of course. It's his wife.
What's going on is
he's a fucking idiot and he's a piece of shit. Man, we're going to have to hear his side. Why? I already done told you what he is.
my husband.
Okay.
Whenever he gets upset, he locks me out the gate.
Based. Fucking based, Dwight Howard. That's called a power dynamic in a relationship. That's a great thing to have to admit to the police. My husband, when he gets upset, he locks me out of the front gate. Okay, instantly on Dwight Howard's side so far.
Last night he lost custody of his daughter, not my daughter. Him and his...
Wait a minute, you're telling me Dwight Howard has more than one kid with more than one woman? The hell you say? Lost custody of her. That's a story I'd like to hear. The fuck did Dwight Howard do? How do you fuck up custody of your kid when you're worth tens of, if not $100 million? I bet you Dwight's worth over $100 million. He played in the big money era. Anyone who played after KG made huge money. How much is Dwight Howard worth? $140 million. I don't understand that. How do you fuck up custody of your kid when you're worth $140 million?
Him and the daughter's mom, his baby's mom, have been in a 2-year ugly custody battle. The mom lives in Florida. He won custody, but she just won her back. So you guys were here last night. He took the daughter and everything. He was in an upset stupor, going ballistic. I did not feel comfortable. He left out. I left out. When I came back, this is his third time doing it. The last time you guys came was like a year ago. And they told...
Oh, so this isn't their first time at the Dwight Howard house. He locks his wife out the gate quite often.
Told him to his face. They said, "This is Miss Howard. I've been here, living here. My address is on this driver's license." They said, "By law, Mr. Howard, you cannot do that." Yeah, I do have it in house. They said, "If you do that, don't you know I could have ran through the thing by law, but I don't want to do that."
I could have ran through the thing by law. Yeah, you know what? Good call on not doing that. I could have destroyed my own fucking property, but I chose not to. You want a cookie or something? I could have raged out and broke my own shit like a child, but I didn't. So pat my ass on the back.
Where's your car at?
I Ubered here. Okay. My car is right here because last night it's a pink i8 sitting over there. That's my car.
The what?
My car's inside of here.
Okay.
But how crazy and erratic he acts when you not you guys, but when CPS took his child, he was taking all out on me, and I'm like, I get you mad. Why didn't you say nothing to them and tell them that she was lying? I'm like,
what's she gonna do? What CPS is gonna take the kid and then like, oh, excuse me, I'm his wife who has nothing to do with the parentage of this child. They're lying. He's cool. Oh, well, why didn't you speak up earlier? Well, we'll leave the daughter here with you, Howard family. I didn't know that she was a lying cunt and that you're totally awesome. Wow, that changes everything.
Because she ain't lying. I can't incriminate myself, so I walked away. As soon as they left, he came in the room and said, "Why didn't you say anything?" I said, "Babe, I'm starting to get scared with all of this. I've been with you for only 15 months. Your daughter's 15. I can't lie."
She's only been with him for 15 months. And they're married already? I tell you what, Dwight Howard knows how to pick, man. Dwight Howard is... He just marries him up right away. Look, I'm not shaming his game. Lord knows I've made my own... Look.
To the police, and he said, "Fine, then. Fine, I'm going to show you." He took my stepson and him. He left out. Make a long story short, when he didn't return, a black guy pulled up in the house in a black truck, parked right where that white car is that's doing our pressure washing, got out the car, and he's just sitting on the car. So I'm looking, I'm like, I never seen you do it a day in my life. I called my mom. I'm like, "Mom, It's this dude just sitting out here for 30 minutes. She said, get in an Uber and come to my house. I got an Uber, came to her house.
You can cancel the
I came back, he changed the gate on me again.
Your wife wants to get in the house.
So now Dwight Howard comes out, and he's on one end of the gate, and his wife's standing on the outside. I don't know why I like this. This is so stupid. Yeah, she want to come in? Shit.
Can't, because you locked her out.
That's not true, though.
Okay.
I got 2 witnesses here, and I'll let you.
Is there any way she can get in?
I got 2 witnesses here. I'm worth $140 million. They can't afford to tell me I'm lying. Can't she sneak through? Can't she, like, kind of squeeze through the gate?
Yeah.
That's a simple question.
No, go ahead.
Huh?
And by the way,
Hold
I
on.
will subpoena you if you lie and record you. So lie if you want to.
Hold on.
That type of person.
So tell me.
I'm not going to say
No, so tell me, how do you know this situation?
We're just here doing pressure work. My daughter's mom has been trying for the last year to get her daughter.
So who has custody? You still have custody?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So what is happening is they have teamed up.
Who has? She has, in your ex-wife or the baby mother or whatever.
Oh, so Dwight Howard's got a conspiracy theory that the current wife and the kid's mom are working together to take the kid away from Dwight Howard before he can teach the kid how to dunk. I see.
The baby mom.
Okay.
They're upset about money. So they want to destroy my kids and my reputation. I didn't even want you to do this, but I got to let you know.
Oh, that's one of his kids. Okay, so that's one of his kids too. Different mom, I'm guessing.
I'm going to officially retire from basketball. And I was having a ceremony in a couple of days. It's supposed to be tomorrow. She knows me. So she can do anything to ruffle my feathers, stop my stuff. She can do it.
I'm not arguing with him that she might not be a petty, vindictive woman like that. She very well could be. But this is kind of self-centered to be like, I'm retiring from basketball. By the way, Dwight Howard has been playing till he was like 40-something. I'm officially retiring from basketball, and they're going to have an event for me, and she just wants to fuck it up. It's really, could it be that she wants to see her kid? It's so sad when people can't come to an agreement on that stuff, though, and they just fight because, like, your fighting isn't helping the kid. It's just for your guys' own ego. And that once you can drop that, you're a lot happier.
Like we asked the cops to do something about her being here because she's going to keep antagonizing me, and I know the rules. I know what's going on, and I'm cool with that.
Could you send your son into the house while you talk this way about your custody shit, please? That would be nice.
But this is my place. I've been here for.
That is a nice fucking setup. Holy shit. That place is so nice. It looks like Dwight Howard's got slaves. That is a really nice setup he's got. Oh, shit.
9-10 years, we just got married. She left the first thing.
He can just go for a fucking walk in his driveway. That's like a full-on, like a hike. Can walk down, walk around here, head down to the gate, walk back up, walk back around. Well, that's the workout for today.
Nuts. She was trying to get some money, but everybody telling me to do the right thing.
What is the right thing, Mr. Howard?
The right thing was to stay married or stay with somebody.
Okay.
And so I tried.
Bro, don't talk like that. Your fucking wife is... You got the new wife, Dwight. You don't talk about how the right thing is to stay with the mom of the... Oh, no. This couple is fucked. He's locking her out the gate, talking about how he should have stayed with the kid's mom.
You know what I'm saying? Forgiveness, whatever you want to call it. Brought it back in the exact time when I brought it up in to the time she started going crazy was a full year. As soon as the year hit, she just went berserk. And so there's also been instances where she's jealous of my animals.
So now she's jealous of the animals, too. She wants to ruin his retirement ceremony. She's jealous of my beautiful dogs. None of it has to do with seeing her daughter. It's just she wants to fuck with his dogs and fuck with his retirement ceremony.
Of your what?
My animals.
With these dogs?
I had another Malinois.
Okay.
That was killed under her watch.
Jeez.
A couple of days before the dog died, she told me, I got something for you. But she said it in a way like, I'm going to do something to you. That's something for you. And
She killed your dog? You can't prove it.
I'm not.
Okay, wait a minute. This is taking a turn. If he's not lying, which, I don't know, sounds flimsy. If that's true, dude, don't come in a crazy woman's vagina. I mean, that's number one, buddy.
Well, I understand that she killed my dog.
Now you got 18 years of her killing your dogs and fucking with your retirement ceremonies, locking your next wife out the gate.
Oh, but I would say that she was negligent because she was watching my animals and she said that the dogs got out the gate. Now, as y'all can see, that this gate is pretty big and strong.
Nice house,
There's no
homeboy.
way these dogs can get out no matter what they do unless somebody open the gate.
Pushes it open, right? Okay. All right, that's
I
odd.
don't wanna s-
Yeah. All right. At the end of the day,
I'm afraid for my son. He does not feel safe around her. Something has to be done.
okay.
Like, please.
Well, tell me what.
That's wild. You know, if he's lying, he's kind of psychotic. But if he's telling the truth, I feel bad for him because there's nothing worse than that feeling that like nobody believes you, but you really are. You're like, this is all true. I'm not lying about any of this. Someone has to believe. You kind of gaslight yourself in a way and you feel crazy. I think the most base thing of the whole deal, though, is that when he gets pissed off, he locks his new wife out of the gate. Dwight's just really upset. He's really mad. And yeah, he locked me out the gate. Would you says Dwight Howard for president. Bong Time says she ain't fitting through that little crack with that big ass. Main Vein with $5. Oh, don't tell me to calm down. I thought that promo I cut was pretty cool. What I said had nothing to do with Trump. I agree with you on him stabbing the American people in the back. It's your love of Muslims that I find disgusting and liberal. I don't love Muslims. I trust them more than the you-know-whats. That's all. I mean, you got to admit, that's a pretty low bar that I'm setting. That's the other thing I don't like. Whenever you say like, hey guys, I think we're focusing way too hard on this Muslim group of people here when they really don't have as much power as this other group that's secretly butt fucking our entire country. Then they're like, oh, what do you love, Muslims? It's like, no, I just don't think they're the emergency right now. Sorry. If I could clarify my position. Thank you for the extra $5 though. Oh, we're getting close, but I do not feel comfortable anymore. I just don't. The rallies haven't been working as well as they usually do. I could be wrong. I mean, I could just be nervous for nothing. We are very close. We got about 5-10 minutes before we do the rally segment, and then we go till 9 o'clock tonight. Do me a favor, guys. Knock it out. We're close. About 10, 12 memberships, and we can call this thing a W. If you're enjoying today's show, consider making a little offering. Consider making a little tithe to the program today. I appreciate it. I thought this was another based joke here, and this you're not going to believe the source of this awesome joke. It was Conan O'Brien at the Oscars last night. Now I know a lot of people. You think Conan O'Brien, you think he's pretty left, but I really don't think Conan has been as bad as the rest of them. I feel like Conan's done a good job of keeping himself in check when you compare him, definitely when you compare him to Colbert or like Kimmel or Seth Meyers. But I got to say, I think you're going to like this Conan joke we got next. First, Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says Trump needs 10 times life sentences in jail. Trump is a criminal and a liar. Aaron, what do you think? Trump does stuff to kids and women. I do think Trump is in the Epstein files way more than they're showing us. I don't think that I think one thing that the Epstein list has definitely made very, very crystal clear to me and a lot of other people, nobody gets to hold that office without having some dirt and blackmail on them. And usually it's being part of that cabal that does horrific things to barely legal women or underage girls. And I don't think Trump is this amazing coincidence who got in under the fence. I think you have to make peace with the fact that the club that Donald Trump is in right now, you don't get to be the exception. You don't get to be the guy who, oh, well, everybody else we blackmailed and made him do horrible shit to get here. But, Don, you're special. I just think there's a really low percentage chance of that being the case. Anyway, speaking of that cabal, here's Conan O'Brien at the Oscars. For me, this was the moment of the night. This is the best clip I've seen so far.
It's the first time since 2012 that there are no British actors nominated for Best Actor or Best Actress. Yeah. British spokesperson said, yeah, well, at least we arrest our pedophiles. So, we got that going for us.
I mean, look, closed circuit to Howard Lutnick. Not a bad joke. Not a bad joke. And, you know, for comedy purposes, it's very good. It's a solid joke. But, you know, I'm still skeptical of what's going on in Britain. Like, I don't think that's a done deal yet. You know, that Gaylord, Mendelsohn, is it? They got Mendelsohn and they got one other guy arrested in connection with the Epstein files. But I don't think either of them have been charged, not with anything serious anyway. So, you know, to quote Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction, let's not start sucking each other's dicks quite yet, gentlemen. Because, you know, hey, look, I'm not saying I'm not appreciative of the first step that the UK took. I'm just saying I don't know how many phone calls the authorities there in the UK have received, but they've probably gotten a lot of phone calls from a lot of high-up people telling them to cut them loose. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, I mean, it's better than what we do. We haven't arrested anybody, so they got us there. Thank you very much, Jasper, for the gifted membership. I love those gifted memberships. Thank you, pal. And Silverwolf with $5 says, I will apologize for shouting in anger. I was more just mad you said we should pay them for the loss of revenue, meaning us taxpayers, and I'm getting really, really, really sick of taxes. My whole point of them paying Minneapolis and St. Paul, that was my way of saying fuck Tim Walz. That's why I didn't understand why you were saying I was being a libto. I was taking a shit on Tim Walz saying this is his fault all this shit happened because he wouldn't just let ICE come in and deport the illegals. And it's like Trump's immigration plan is not as aggressive as we asked for it to be. He was just asking to come get the criminals, illegals, like access to the jail. That's why I didn't understand why you were calling me libto and being like, oh, you fucking pussy. I'm like, I'm saying fuck Tim Walz. It's his fault. Make him pay the tab. That's what I was saying. Jasper says, good joke. I don't feel any better about global sex trafficking. It's fair. It's a fair take. Thank you guys for that gifted membership, and thank you, Silverwolf, for the $5. Let's see. Hey, like 10, 20 seconds, golden shower. We get 3 more. That's a golden shower. Thank you guys very much. We're also 98 memberships away from 600. Hey, guys, let's get this rally thing done now. Let's get the rally thing done now, and then we'll do our extra half hour. And we'll get this whole thing taken care of. Guys, this is pretty low. The goal's pretty low right now for a rally segment. If we can't do this one, I think it's fair that I'm worried about the status of the old toe. But I have faith. I hope you have. I hope you're feeling generous. Let's open up our hearts and open up our wallets. It's time for me to beg you for money. $55 is the number. Let's get after it. I want to do this one for the first of the 2 songs. Come on, guys. We just need a few of you with a handful of bucks, a few of you with some gifted memberships. Let's make it happen. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, $55. Let's make it the second win of the week for the evening show. Hey, fucking start it from the yibbity yibbity yibbities. Here we go, boys and girls. Get after it. Fire it up. Everybody rain dance. It's $55, and we're doing it for the toe. Come on now. Everybody. Come on now. $55 away. Let's get it. Gifted memberships and lots of cash. Front Porch Conservative with $9.99. Thank you very much. And even 50, and we'll call this thing home. Let's make it rain. It's a rain dance. Gotta make it rain for a rain dance. Gotta make it rain for a rain dance, you little. Gotta make it rain for the rain dance, you little bit. Oh, I fucked it up. Get this dough. Thank you, Front Porch, for the $10. $50 away. Let's call it a win for the toe. And get us a W. 2 more. 5 gifted memberships on Rumble. And we've got this thing. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Gotta make it rain during the rain dance. Do it for Tatanka. We got 1 minute and 45 seconds to make this thing happen. Oh, we're fine. $50 away. We can do it. We used to be within 150 and we would be fine for these rally segments. I'm definitely concerned. Let's go. Venmo, PayPal, Streamlabs, Rumble, Rants, YouTube, Super Chats, gifted memberships. Let's go. Come on. Oh, I hate this part. I hate this part where I'm like, we got this. We're looking good. And then like, do it close to the first song. I'm like, oh, fuck. Guys, it's only 50. If I can't hit these, like, it's not even a gimmick anymore. Fucking forget it. Come on, guys. I need a win desperately. I need this W. Rally it up. Come on. I gotta be able to hang on to something, guys. I gotta be able to have some hope. Dude, I can't even get $50 rallies done anymore. This is a problem. I'm not kidding. Guys, help out. Throw in a couple memberships. This is not good. I have to be self-aware. Don't think that I don't notice that we're doing better and better and getting closer and closer, and we can't close the deal anymore, dude. Help out a little. If you love the show, a couple of bucks goes a long way. I'm not kidding. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. The links are in the chat. Oh, boy. I'm going to get rid of the naysayers over here. We don't need any of you. We don't need any of the naysayers. Red Fox Mad, thank you for the $4.99. We're desperate over here for a W. Thank you. We're inside of 50 now. Maybe we got a shot. He says YMCA basketball courts vary by location, but generally follow high school specifications, typically measuring 85 feet long by 50 feet wide or smaller. Thank you, buddy. Jasper with another gifted membership. Thank you. $40 away from tonight. Please and thank you. Oh, my God. $30 from Andrew over on PayPal. He says, Erica. Oh, my God. Did we need that? All right, $10, guys. Let's get this thing banged out. Get this $10 done, and let's call this just a bad memory. This last 4 or 5 minutes. Come on now. Gil Brody says Red Fox definitely has autism. Hey, man, I don't care if we get there from an ugly road. I just want to get there. That's all. I just want to get there. Look, if we get the best of both worlds, where people get to watch me lose it a little bit, but we end up getting the win, I think that's the best for the audience and me. $10 away, couple of gifted memberships. Let's go. Come on now. 10 away from a W. Forget about the 100 short from this morning. I don't think we're going to hit that this week. $10 away. Make it happen. Two memberships. Throw a little something in. Let's make it happen. $10 from a win. You got this. About 35 seconds left to go. Let's make that last 10 happen. Rex Start with $1 says $1 at a time. Fellow poors assemble. Yes, we get 12 more of those, and we got our $10. Come on, guys. I'll start overtime when we knock out that 10. There's Red Fox Mad with $9.99. We take 7 of that. The $1 from Rex Start parody account, that's 8. I'm being a cunt if I ask for 2 more. That's a win for the toe. There we go. We got it. We got it. Oh, man. It took us a minute, but we got there. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You know, if you want to start chipping away at that hundo, I'm not going to turn you down. Thank you, Front Porch Conservative, for the $4.99. It's officially a win for the toe. Thank you so much. We needed that one. That makes me feel so much better.
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
So we needed what? We needed a $55 rally. We ended up with about 60, 65. All right, so Steel Toe can still get it done inside of that 100 mark. Whew. Good to know. Thank you, guys, so much. And what? I guess if they come up with the short from this morning, you're not going to, but if we do get the short from this morning, I'll go till 9:30. My Lost Interest says, nice panic sesh, Fatso. Thank you. Thank you, counselor. I appreciate that. It's, I only mind the panicky rally sessions if we lose. I do not mind the panicky rally sessions when we end up getting the W. I'm fine with that. All right, now everybody throw in a red boy, and we'll have all kinds of fun, and I'll take the rest of the week off. I'm kidding. I love doing my shows for my wonderful fans. All right, I told you that we had a fart story tonight, and this is why it's good to get overtime. Oh, by the way, 96 memberships away from 600. Thank you, guys. The University of Maryland has developed a device. I don't know why they developed this device. I don't know why anyone thought it was a good idea to develop such a device, but they're developing a device that monitors your farts. So I don't know if they're going to hook like a microchip up into the wall of your anus, like they're going to shove it up there, up your ass like a suppository, and then like every time you shit your pants, they're going to analyze it for you. I will say this right out front before I know anything about this whole thing. This is way too much power for anyone to have, and I am completely against this. Let's check it out from CBS News Baltimore. Oh, you're going to start in Baltimore? So it's just going to be like inner city black people farts. That's going to be like Takis and Popeyes. Bro. I hope that however you track these farts doesn't include scent.
As well, a team of scientists at the University of Maryland gathering a first-of-its-kind data now. And it's all through a device that you put on your underwear. Smart underwear, able to track whenever someone passes gas. Yeah.
Why? Who's volunteering for this? This is going to be like in Baltimore, like a part of your probation program. They're going to be like, all right, you're not going to go to jail. That's the good news. What's the bad news? We're going to monitor what you eat and what you're doing. How are you going to do that? We're going to put a chip in your underwear that measures how many times you rip ass. I'll go to jail, thanks. I don't need you to know, because some of these are. And also, you guys are going to be monitoring like when I like sit there in it for a second and smell it because I'm curious. And I'm like, where'd that come from? You know what? Popcorn last night. That's what it was. I got to stop. Got to stop.
Our Dennis Valera met the scientist leading the effort, who explains how this knowledge...
Oh, I have a guess. Asian. I'm going to say the lead guy on wanting to monitor people's farts is an Asian dude. 100%.
Will then benefit our health and how people around the country are now helping collect this data.
Dr. Brantley Hall's lab looks more like a factory these days. Multiple 3D printers running, creating this. It's about the size of a nickel, and it goes on your underwear.
Oh, it goes right in your asshole. Oh. So I'm just farting on a button, and that button's going to analyze and judge me every time like I am the amalgamation of my farts? This seems really gross. This just seems like a big old practical joke.
We thought, maybe we can advance our side.
Oh, never mind. It's this guy. Oh, check his hard drive. This is look at how excited he is to read your fucking butthole. Look at this guy. Matt Pinfield on Ozempic. He's so excited to look into your anus and see what's coming out of there when there's gas. He's so excited to hear the gas and then break it down like he's an astronaut going to Saturn. I'm going to be on the gas giant, and I'm going to find out what's in there. Chili, you fuck. It's chili. Who cares? We're all becoming a groom of the stool. You know about the groom of the stool? It's where the king takes a shit, and they don't let him flush it. They got to take it, and they got to analyze it.
By making a new type of wearable device that we can have people wear all day.
Tracking every time someone does this. Dr. Hall.
That's not how it sounds, bro. That's like a Nintendo 8-bit fart. I don't know where the hell you got that shit from. No way, dude. No way.
Teaches in University of Maryland's Cell Biology and Molecular Genetics Department. His lab studies gut microbiome.
Wait, is that an Asian dude? Was I right? I was right. It was an Asian guy. Oh, no, that's the reporter. Shit. It really is just the creepy white guy who looks like Salzer from Old Capitol who wants to read your butthole farts. Okay.
Real metabolism, the process that causes us to produce flatus, what you and I know as farting. Right now, there's...
Oh, what's that secondary? Kind of shit in your pants are you doing, brother?
No scientific baseline on what constitutes a healthy amount of passing gas. Dr. Hall wants to change that.
More than 1 in 5 people report experiencing excess intestinal gas, but right now, there's no objective measure of whether they're telling the truth or not.
Nobody should be this excited about talking about other people's assholes. Elton John's telling this guy to tone it down.
Obviously have physiological baselines for most their cholesterol, but without one for flatus, it's very hard to say when someone has excess flatus or not.
He conducted...
What the fuck are you going to do if you find out I do? Tell me to eat different? I know when I smell like rank shit. All right? And I judge myself, believe me. And I make adjustments in the short term. What I'm trying to say is, leave me alone. All right? It was a McDonald's day. It's going to be funky in here for a minute. I'll fix it tomorrow. Nosy bitch.
Did a smaller study with his team's...
This guy definitely eats ass. I just don't know for which team.
Device. But now they're going bigger.
Dr. Hall has since begun a national study where you can have a device sent straight to your home.
I'm good. I don't need anything that goes on my butthole. Thank you very much. This is like the creepiest remake of Coraline ever. We're going to sew buttons on your anus.
Now, the study, it's called the Human Flatus Atlas, and more than 5,600 people have signed up.
Please tell me you're paying. Please tell me this is a paying gig and these people aren't just lining up to put shit screens on their bungholes.
Those part of this study just need to wear the device 3 days in a row. They're looking for people across...
On different underwear, I hope.
...the spectrum. Those with high-fiber diets who don't fart a lot, Zen digesters, those who do fart a lot, hydrogen hyperproducers, and everyone else in between.
Our current maximum number is...
I farted for science. It's over, guys. I'm sorry. I don't mean the show. That'll be like a year or two down the road. But like, we're done. We came out with a button for your butthole before we cured cancer or AIDS. We put a cure for cancer on the back burner because this guy got really close to monitoring your funky fart times.
about 175 times per day. And our current minimum number is 4 times per day.
175 times per day? Rip his asshole off and give it to someone more deserving. You're abusing the damn thing.
So that's a huge variation between people.
While it can be a cheeky topic, one that can cause a stink depending on the person.
Oh, a stink.
All Dr. Hall is really doing...
You know that retard sat in there for an hour afterwards just hitting that button over and over again.
...is figuring out something...
That's Trump, by the way.
...thing about our gut.
We're trying to understand how different fibers affect gas production and how people can eat a healthy high-fiber diet without experiencing excess intestinal gas.
This guy got a grant, 100%. That's what happened here. This guy got a grant, and he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's study buttholes. This is not a guy who, had to prove, really good, productive research. This was a guy who got the money up front and got to play around with butthole chips. That's what this is.
To create a new, healthy standard.
Have you looked at Americans? You don't need to smell our assholes after we fart. I just farted 3 times right there. Just when I started that sentence, I let 3 different farts out. Analyze that, bitch. You can look at Americans. We're obese. We have serious health problems. We eat garbage. We're not doing the right things. We're not getting enough exercise. We're not even getting our steps in. You don't need to put a computer up to our anus to figure out that something's wrong in Funky Town.
To go beyond patient perception and measure objectively. And, we're in the unknown here, and it's always an extremely exciting place to be.
Reporting on your corner in College Park, I'm Dennis Valaire for WJZ.
Because my butthole should not be an exciting place for you to be. I've kicked people out of shopping malls for saying less creepy things. All right, well, guys, I guess you can get in touch with the University of Maryland, and they'll give you a butthole chip. I'm looking through the article. I don't see anything about getting paid. Find more information here. Are you paying anybody? Instructions, wearing, charging. Ugh. You're going to fart on that chip all day, and then you're going to plug it into a charger? What's the pay? Incentives. Discover your personal flatus profile. So I get to learn about my shit. Is there a phone number for this? We're calling them tomorrow. Collaborate with us. I want to interview this guy. I want to know why he's so curious about my bunghole. Manual charging instructions. Collaborate with us. Grant collaborations, fee for service. We provide intestinal gas measurement services on a fee for service. Wait, so you're invasive about my butthole and I have to pay you? What? Eat my ass, but don't. Thank you. Oh, this whole thing is fucked, Leahy. No, thank you. Oh, he was so happy about it, too. He was smiling. He was excited to tell us about it. Just, he was farting that entire time. Just shitting in his pants, smelling it. Oh, I don't like that guy. I really don't like that guy. Baba Shab says definitely Jewish. I hope not. What was his name? Let's go back and find out. If he is, that's going to... No, Brantley Hall. No Jewish parents are naming their kid Brantley Hall. Dr. Brantley Hall. No information that he's Jewish, and usually that means not a Jew. So fucking Goyim came up with checking out people's buttholes. Yay. We're number 1. Oh, you know what? Brett McCart's right. He does look like Billy Corgan. That is a Billy Corgan lookalike. Slingblade says if Aaron rigged a grill igniter in the ass of some jeans, he'd have a flamethrower. I like that one. I like that one. Who's measuring this and what's the baseline, says Jasper. That creepy Billy Corgan looking fucker. That's who's reading your farts and probably beating off. Allegedly. I already said probably. Papa Shab says she would break the sensor, Canyon. It would get lost. Oh, who are you saying? Imagine if they got Chantal to wear one of those fart readers. Who's Chantal? I don't like it when I'm missing out on a joke about someone who farts a lot. I feel like I'm missing out. Jasper says, fuck, maybe I fart too much. That's fine. Like, it's okay to be like, oh, perhaps I fart too much. That's a totally okay feeling to have. It's just that Matt Pinfield, Billy Corgan shouldn't know about it. Rexstart parody account says government already studying how to use this to tax your methane. Bingo. The cleaner, Aaron took it in the ass for science. That's the gimmick. Oh, Brett liked the look I gave. He says that was fucking hilarious. Thank you. 09 Canyon says maybe farting is connected to butt cancer. Hey, you know what I don't need to do to find that out? Put a microchip on someone's bunghole. Here is farting linked to cancer. Too much gas in the intestinal systems, excessive gas and bloating can be a sign of colon cancer. Again, I don't think you need a chip to go, wow, I always feel swollen and I'm clearing rooms every time I go somewhere. I should go to the doctor. Brett McCart says, I like farting on my girlfriend like she's Meg Griffin. I could have gone from now until the end of eternity without ever knowing that. Thank you. Maybe this overtime was a mistake. Because I'm petrified. I'm terrified of what I've been experiencing since we knocked out the goal. My Lost Interest says that poor guy walking across the street made it into the news story without his knowledge. Right? They just went, hey, here's a guy who's built like an obese duckling. He looks like a guy who farts all the time. Let's film him for B-roll. B-hole roll. Am I right? Samsho says, wait, so is it recording the sound of the fart? Yep. They get to hear your trumpets. They get to hear your woodwinds. They get to hear, your baritone horn section, your alto sax. Everything you got, brother. They're going to hear it. Rexstart says his next project is studying how much post-piss dribble you have when you zip your pants. What the fuck's wrong with you? Post-piss dribble. Fucking shake the thing, all right? Don't put it back in until it's done with the piss. Stop. What are we doing? How old are we? Maybe you're older than I am. I'm 39, but it's not. Anytime I get a drip or something, very rarely does it happen, but whenever I do, boy, am I fucking mad. Really mad. My Lost Interest says that button would need to be cleaned first before plugging it into the USB port on the computer. 09 Canyon says, how does it stay in your underwear? Is it magnetic? Do you have specific underwear with a pocket for the sensor? I'll tell you this, 09 Canyon. I'm bound and determined to never find out. I hope I'm never able to give you the answer to that question. I want to have this guy on the morning show. Brett McCart says, this one goes in your mouth. This one goes in your ass. Oh, wait. Hold on. This one goes in your mouth. Jasper says, how much is this now? Do I get paid or am I paying? It sounds like you're paying to have them monitor your shit. Brett McCart says that computer now has dysentery. Oh, no.
Oh, fart nigger.
As long as he makes it say that every time it registers a fart, just.
Oh, fart nigger.
They should pay you per fart, says Taste Fairy. I mean, that's true. You're giving them more data. The cleaner says Aaron skipped the button and went straight to getting his ass eaten out. What a whore. Well, I like what I like. Oh, God. Jasper says his name is Dr. Jim Fuck My Ass. Samsho says you should look into Chantal. You'd have fun. All right, I got to look up the Chantal. It says premium healthy cooking. That's all I'm seeing. Who is Chantal? Most commonly refers to Chantal Kreviazuk, a renowned Canadian singer, songwriter, and pianist known for hits like Surrounded and for composing songs for artists such as Drake and Kelly Clarkson. Is this who you're talking about? You want her to fart? I don't want to think of a girl like that farting. I want to think of Rebel Wilson. She's skinny now, isn't she? I want to think of Melissa McCarthy just having diarrhea shits. I don't want to think of beautiful women having farts. You know? I want, like, when I think of a woman farting, I don't want to think of a beautiful one. I want to think of, like, a bigger woman who, like, farts openly and afterwards goes like this. And, like, has to wiggle because it got really, like, kind of juicy. That's when I don't want to think of a beautiful girl farting. Is that Chantel? That who you're talking about? No, they say that's not who they're talking about. Samsho says, no, look up Foodie Beauty. Jasper says, my God, there goes the show. What? I have a preference. Foodie Beauty, Chantel. Foodie Beauty. Oh my God. This is awful. No, she's definitely farting all the time. That's all she does all goddamn day. Sorry. All gosh darn day. Red Fox Mad with $1.99 says Aaron has IBS. He knows poops. LOL. I don't have IBS. I enjoy a good shit, but who doesn't? It's peaceful. Except when Gordy tries to watch. I hate that I hate when I'm home alone during the day. And like I can't even I like if I'm home alone, I like being able to shit with the door open. It's nice. It's liberating. I feel connected to my home. It's a more peaceful place. But like if the dog sits outside the bathroom in my bedroom and is staring in at me while I can't fucking handle it. I have to close the door. And now I feel more closed off to the world when my dog watches me shit. 09 Canyon says she shits herself on live stream at least 2 times. Oh, God. Brett McCart says, one time I heard a vagina fart. I was scared and aroused. They don't fart. Air gets trapped in there and then it gets pushed out and it happens. Sorry. I didn't know how to spin out of that one, guys. I'm sorry. I had to explain to Brett what a queef was and I really didn't know how to I didn't know how to go to the next part of the show after explaining queefdom to the audience. My lost interest says Aaron gets his data back. Results, too many button cookies. No, Brett McCart, her plumbing was not routed wrong. Let me guess, you were pounding her from behind. You pumped a bunch of air in there and then you flipped her over and some magic happened. That's usually how it works. Yet go hammering and then she flips and then the shit happens from time. We've all been there. We've all had sex. It happens. Jasper says, got to pinch that clit over and let the air out. All right. We are done. This was not a conversation I planned on having today. Rubicon says, I made a hiney fart by putting my stuff in there and going... Papa, did I not say that this overtime was a mistake tonight? Thank you guys very much for being a supportive audience and knocking it out and giving us a victory. I do appreciate it. But what the fuck is going on here? Brett McCart says that's exactly what happened. You could have been a doctor. That's just the most common way it happens. The most common way you get queefing is you pound them from behind, they flip. Not important. It's not important. The cleaner says, so what you're saying is that your dick is too small. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I have a tiny little cock. That's not going to get clipped. Nothing bad's going to happen out of me saying that. Never in a million years. You cunts. Be More Lent says, sad to say, I'm from Maryland. Well, we don't blame you for monitoring people's farts. It's fine. All right. Let's go to the final thing we have tonight. I'm just looking. I like this one. This was, you know what? I was going to save this for tomorrow, and I still can. RFK Jr. announces that health, speaking of pooping and farting and shitting and health, RFK Jr. announces healthcare providers will have to post prices so you can shop around. Dude, it's been a long time coming on something like this. The fact that they just have you do shit and then you have to do it there instead of providing prices. The fact that nobody's ever done this, Democrat or Republican, shows that they're all corporatists. There is no left wing or right wing in this country. They're all allowed to have a certain range of opinions as long as they don't go too far for their donors. Because listing that price should be a no-brainer for any product, like whether it be healthcare or anything, dentistry. Everybody should have to list their prices. There should have to be like a menu. I had that root canal done a few weeks ago, right? And when I had that root canal done, they told me in advance how much it was going to be. I knew. Red Fox Mad with $4.99. Thank you, buddy. He says, imagine Trisha Paytas farts and shits. I bet she stinks. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much that means to me and how that will never leave my head. My Lost Interest says, Aaron, just take a clip of this show to your priest during your next confession. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Hit 1 in the chat if you thought tonight's show was fantastic, because as much as it horrified me and as much as you guys put me through the ringer psychologically, it was good. I enjoyed it. Mikey Two Milk says, Trisha Paytas has got it going on. Oh, God. Foodie Beauty. We're going to save this for tomorrow. I'm going to make Johnny watch some Foodie Beauty videos. We're going to watch her fart and poo all over the place. That's going to be on tomorrow. You guys are going to love it. Trisha Paytas has got it going on. Here we go.
Subscribe, support, and stay positive.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, folks. It's me, Tommy NC 2010, and I thought of this song today. As you know, I have a crush on the Instagram model, YouTube model, Trisha Paytas. This is a parody of Stacy's mom.
Great. I'm excited. Let's, I feel like Randy Jackson. Let's hear it, dog.
And, I'm going to be doing it rough, so, you know.
She likes it. That's what I hear she likes.
There's not going to be any music in my ear. So, I thought of this today.
Yeah?
And.
You sure?
This is kind of a rough version. I'm not going to edit anything to it.
Why?
But,
no point.
Here we go. Trisha Paytas has got it going on. She's got an OnlyFans. I want it so bad. Trisha
Owned by Jews. Don't do it, kid.
Got it going on. She's got a butt. It can go so far. Trisha Paytas has got it going on. She's the woman of my dreams, and I want her tonight. Trisha Paytas has got it going on. She's got a body shaped like amazing.
Like amazing.
Trisha Paytas has got it going on. She's the woman that I fantasize.
Yeah.
Trisha Paytas has got it going on. She's all I want, everything I want. Trisha Paytas has got it going on. When she sits by the pool and she's all real. Oh my.
All right, I'm going to... Oh, wait, no, the best part of the song's coming up. I was ready to puke, but I think I can make it.
Gosh, I just want her so much. Trisha Paytas has got it going on. She's all I want. And she's always getting trolled by everyone. She's got boobs, but they're fake. But she's still pretty, cause Trisha Paytas has got it going on.
She's got boobs, and they're probably fake. I mean, my brother, if you can touch them, they're real. That's the rule. I want to see Aaron do karaoke to this. I don't know, man. How do you even like keep the? There's no consistency to the rhythm or anything like that. Let's go raid somebody and get out of here. Thank you guys very much for the amazing show tonight. You guys have been great. I've been roughly mediocre. Let's do SG Anon and Wano Saven. Spartacus Live. That's what we're doing. We're going to raid Spartacus. Oh, he's gaming. All right, you guys are going to go watch a gamer. We're going to go raid Spartacus Live. Take it easy, everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. 6 a.m. Central Time. Johnny will be here for his last show of the week. And then Thursday, we've got Oz, the evening show. You guys banked $10 tonight. I'm giving it to you tomorrow night. I'm not giving it to the morning show. You're the best. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you again soon. Enjoy Spartacus Live, everybody.